Enjoy.
This is another Infosol production.
When you saw the show?
Called in before the show started.
No, on the other day.
Yo, what's going on? It is the No Name Podcast when no name can describe this greatness. And in the house we got...
What up, y'all? It's dott.
Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Off Cam Ed for another session.
Another session. And it's your boy William Basham in the house.
Yes.
So we're going to kick off this February starting off with some Black History. It's Black History Month, so
Yes.
we're going to get right into it.
Yes.
Bang, bang.
Bang, bang. While we waiting for Nick to show up.
While we waiting, yeah, we got people,
Nick stuck in traffic,
showing up late to work, you know what I'm saying?
It's that LA traffic.
LA traffic got people in the slump.
Yep.
Like,
Traffic all day, every day.
How was the traffic where you from, Will?
Traffic is bad.
It's bad.
'Cause it rains
bad
a lot,
in
right?
Seattle, but it's not like
No,
here,
it's
though.
not like.
Yeah.
'cause I've been to Seattle. It's not that bad.
It's
Seattle,
not bad.
No, I'm saying there's times a day, like obviously where you get traffic, but like for there to be as many lanes as there is in LA, and there to have like it's 5 lanes of traffic.
Yeah.
Like literally.
And in Seattle's
carpool.
like three lanes, and unless it's like rush hour, it's like a short time frame during rush hour.
Because I was
Yeah.
gonna say, if I'm not mistaken, LA I believe has more people driving in this city than any other city in America. Because like
Yeah.
as far as just like driving, because like New York, you got people driving. There's traffic, but they have subways, so you got options. Out here, the public transportation is weak.
Yeah. I've only been to Seattle once, and it was like no traffic.
Because you think about the population
Yeah.
here, and everybody got cars.
Yeah.
Like,
When I went
Carpool
up there
lanes,
to visit the
everything.
Space Needle, I thought for sure there'd be traffic around the Space Needle.
oh, the Seattle Center. Yeah.
There was nothing. I was like, wow,
Space
this is
Needle.
incredible.
Depends on the day. Yeah, it could be straight.
Yeah.
A lot of one-ways downtown Seattle and hills, though.
Oh, really?
I remember when I got my first stick shift, I had drove to Seattle and I was cool trying to like practice. And
Yeah.
I was trying to get up the hill and I was like, man, I'm gonna have to find another way. We on the one way backing up trying to get to a flat spot.
You sound like Speedy on the other show that
What's
on
up?
Wednesday. He was talking about how he was driving
He didn't know how to
stick
drive a
to.
stick,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because I was saying I know how to drive it too, and I had to learn it too.
Of course you do.
But it was very tough the first time.
Yeah.
Well, so the way I learned how to drive a stick, like my cars growing up were automatics. And then I had gotten a job at Volkswagen, and they had asked me to, they're like, hey, can you go put some gas down? They gave me like a gas card to put some gas in a car, and it was a stick shift. They said, could you take it over to the block? I was like, oh, yeah. And I got in the car, and I was like, oh, shit.
It's stick.
And they looked at me like, come on, man, we got to, we're trying to sell this client. And I'm like, all right. It's just a clutch.
Oh, man.
Oh,
And then I tried again, and they're like, he was like, bro, what do you, oh, you don't drive stick, do you? I was like, I mean, nah.
No
I
stick.
tried to. And then I started practicing around the lot. And then my next car that I got at that dealership was a stick, just to drive it.
Yeah, just
Oh,
to
Just to
dang.
practice.
That's the
yeah.
best way to do it.
That's
I did.
the
I
best
bought
way.
it. So 3 years of practice, and then I got rid of it.
Yeah.
That's better than my
Yeah.
story.
Like,
I got pushed into it because the girl got drunk, one of my friends.
we tried
And it was
that.
like, how are we going to get home? So I said, all right, you guys are going to have your heads bopping and headaches. and
Hilarious. You better
first
than me.
gear, second gear.
I remember we had a friend that got drunk. I got in the driver's seat, stalled out. Other homeboy got in the seat, stalled out. We were like, hey, this drunk nigga gonna have to drive. We were just focused on like, keep your head up. Come on, we gotta get home. Keep your head up.
Keep your head up.
You gotta make it work.
Yeah, because that is no joke. And I don't even know if they really make a lot of
No,
stick shift cars anymore,
Not as
huh?
much. No.
Not as much
No,
as they used
huh?
to. That also depends on where you go to. Like certain brands will offer more options. Like Volkswagen, when I went there, they had a bunch of
They
stick
still have them?
options. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Honda makes their SIs. instead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
so
what
the
it is.
SIs, that's their thing.
it's
Because one of my
usually-
friends to this day, that's all she buys is a
So-
stick.
Oh, yeah?
And I think she bought a Honda.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The Honda
yeah.
Civic SI is always going to be available in stick.
and a stick, yeah. They give you options, just like a special request now.
Yeah.
Like I just need
Or
that.
special order, yeah.
Special order, yeah. You gotta order
Yeah.
stuff.
Because people don't know how to drive that.
A lot of people don't.
Yeah.
It's surprising because like what's funny is stick driving ain't. It ain't. I mean, it's easy once you do it, but at
Once
first it really ain't. Like,
No, it's
No,
not.
it was
When
When
not.
you don't know, you don't know.
yeah, you don't know. They're like, you put the feet like. They do this shit here.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta-
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I just remember my friend was so drunk, and I was like, please don't throw up for me shaking your head, like, back and forth. Please don't. I was like, But afterwards, after you learn it, it's like it's easy. It's no brainer.
For sure.
So yeah.
Can you drive a stick and use your phone?
No.
It's not
It-
smart.
No, but can you though?
You probably
can.
could
You
if you're
can.
like
It
you're in
depends.
one of the gears and you're just like rolling.
But you couldn't do it
You
for
might
long.
be able.
If you're
but
like on
not
the freeway
really. You might have
cruising,
to
yes.
as a.
Yeah,
if
you'd
you
have to be
stop
cruising in one
traffic,
gear.
no.
So would
Yeah.
would you get your child a stick shift to make sure they don't text and
No.
drive?
Oh no,
Not
because
with
they'll
this
try
generation,
it.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they would
Okay.
try
They
it.
would. They would try it.
I feel like if you're
or
cruising,
they
you're
would figure it
cool.
out.
That's one of the reasons why I traded cars, because I was like, in stop-go traffic, the stick is not it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was driving on when I moved here, I was driving the 10 freeway often, and I was just like,
Yeah.
it didn't make no sense to me.
The
So,
minis would be
Yeah.
easier for that because they have that what's that feature
Oh yeah,
called?
the minis. I
mini
forgot
coupe.
about them.
They have the feature where it kind of
Uh-huh.
acts like an automatic, even though it's a stick.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's like the tri-climate or whatever, where you
Yeah.
can turn it, do a manual, or you could do automatic.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, that's what my car does now. But
I like
But it's-
those ones.
yeah. So, like I said, it's Black History Month. Good time to be celebrating for the good black people. You know what I'm saying? We get 1 month out the year. Out of 12 months, we get one. 1 month to still not be safe from the police, or how does this work?
oh, I don't think they give it.
Like-
I don't think
Like-
they give a damn. I think I'll get you a worse beating. You even say it.
Right.
Oh
It's
shoot.
my bad.
Let me. Hey, look! Don't tell the Illuminati. What do you say? Okay.
Tell the
Listen,
Illuminati.
I ain't got no problem with the cops.
I ain't got no problems with the cops.
Don't
Yeah.
say if you get pulled over. Don't say, "Hey, it's Black History Month." You're still gonna get that ticket. You know,
Hey, it's Black History Month.
Yeah.
for sure.
Look who done
Now,
stepped
do you
in the
think-
building.
Yo.
It's the Rockin' Head.
The Rock.
Here we go.
He's.
Hey, boy, jumping. Speaking of Black History Month, let's talk about
talk
colored
about-
people time. Let's
There you
look.
is.
This how we get to
There
Black
it
History
is.
Month. We gotta.
Right?
Hey, see,
There
look.
it is. Hey, he came
We
in.
wrong for showing up. We wrong for showing up on time. Apparently, we not black enough.
These are black people right here. I'm the nigga on the show. How y'all doing?
Good,
How are
good.
You rolled it right on time.
We got the boy Nick Alexander in the building.
Yeah.
Caught a bad case of traffic.
Yeah,
Okay.
there it
Yeah.
is. We were just talking about that.
A bad
LA
case.
A
traffic.
bad case.
We were just
LA
talking about it,
traffic.
like how when I first moved here, I had a stick shift and how hard it was to just like sit there and stop go.
Oh,
And
man.
that shit's
It's
whack.
On a
traffic.
hill? Oh, man.
Yeah.
You
Cause
learned,
like,
you learned it, right?
Nah.
You know, stick it
My
straight.
dad tried to teach me. We did like 1 or 2 lessons.
That's it.
You know,
You know how
it's
to do
just, it was
Some
Fast
things-
and the Furious was out at the time, and I was trying to get my little thing on, but I realized you got to really, like, focus.
You do.
So,
Yeah.
like, nothing makes you go really faster. It just
Yeah.
makes you
you got
feel
the
like
Fast
you're
and the
going
Furious, so
faster.
you got the slow and delirious.
Right.
Like,
Delirious. Delirious.
It's like you usually got to stay with, like, 1 or 2 gears, really. You don't have to really use that many, but it's just...
I mean, it depends
Yeah.
on how fast you drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you good at stick? Are you, like...
Yeah,
at
I
least-
had a car that was
Yeah.
stick, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got
And
to.
you can drive stick, too?
Yeah.
Everybody,
Yeah, I mean,
everybody
if you're on the
drives
freeway,
stick
if you're on the
except me.
freeway,
Yeah.
you got to get up
All
to
right,
at least the
thank
fifth
you.
gear.
Nick, you can't.
You can?
Oh, okay.
My doppelganger. There we go.
I had to drive a Porsche one time, and that was real
Oh.
fun.
Yeah. You know
That
the
was real
Porsches.
fun.
A Porsche stick, like if you, especially doing the 911, is actually a little easy because
Yeah.
of the torque,
It is.
It's-
That
it's
shit-
fast,
too.
That shit goes
Yeah.
though.
and it won't.
Yeah.
I feel like when I was driving it, I feel like it didn't. You know, it never stalled on me. You know, I've had cars where I've driven sticks where I made like I feel like Mustangs and Camaros. If you have it in stick,
Oh, okay.
if you mess up, it's gonna stall.
In Haiti,
Yeah.
it's inverse. You learn stick first
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's all mountains in that, in the country.
Oh,
so
okay,
you drive
yeah.
nothing but stick in
Oh,
Haiti,
wow.
and then you learn auto. And like, you can buy cars that do
Once you
auto,
come
but
to the
mostly everybody
States.
drives stick.
Oh,
So you go to
yeah,
the States,
okay.
you're a better driver than the average person because a stick
Right.
actually makes you a better driver.
Does
That's what-
Haiti,
that's what they
does,
say.
does Haiti have a good sense of
Oh,
like
wow.
roads? Like
Oh,
what
no,
side
there's
of the
no
road
road.
be on?
It's a self-system. So it's
Yeah.
basically you stop when you think you're supposed to stop and let the car go. We police
Hey,
ourselves.
this is a good time to let somebody
You
over.
know what?
We got a
Yeah,
couple.
I
There's a
gotta let
couple
him
of
out.
areas that might have some lights, but mostly it's govern
Yo.
yourself.
Yeah.
You turn when you
Because
think you
I'm
need to
telling
turn.
you, when I was in the Dominican Republic,
They
like,
have way
my
more
God.
stuff than us. Way more like traffic
that's what I'm
lights.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for the fact that they had like people driving on the little.
That's called.
Them
All
yeah.
that shit that y'all
I
don't
know.
got using the States.
Called
They're
street
driving on
signs.
motorcycles,
He
3 people,
I
no
know.
helmets, holding baskets,
Yeah.
and they cruising, weaving through people, 2 people going one way, like.
There's no stop signs. It's just a nigga walking across the street looking at you like,
Yeah.
yeah.
The
Am I gonna
look.
make it?
Like,
nice car.
you gonna try to run me
You
over?
gonna
Like, what
run
you
me
gonna
up?
stop?
Oh, dang.
Hey.
Ed blew
Hey.
Ed's mind because I was present the first time Ed got to travel to Haiti when my cousins they came to Haiti for the first time. Like they were all grown, so it was all like mind blowing. I was like, yeah, this is how it goes. Like when they drive, so they're in the car like scared as shit. They're like, yo, like, like how
There
did
was
it
no
feel?
lights. There was one light before we went up
By the airport.
He said it was
By
one
the
light.
airport.
When
It
we
was
were going
one
up
light.
the
It was
mountain.
To let
Something
people know
else,
the
yeah.
It was
plane's
on the
coming.
plane.
The plane's coming.
And then after that light,
After that light,
no lights.
you only saw one light in
I
5
saw
days.
One
One light. Yeah.
5 days.
Yeah.
Dang.
One traffic, and I don't even think it was working.
It's work.
That's wild.
Ah,
That shit was
That's
flickering.
wild.
Like,
It's just it took a day off. Sometimes.
come on, man, get it together.
and the battery ain't get filled up. So
Nobody
you know,
was working
It was on
it.
empty. It was flashing. But
On
yeah.
the flashlight, get us
Oh
an
my
earthquake
gosh.
watch. That's crazy.
So what's
You
up?
saw
How y'all
one
doing?
light at the airport.
We're doing good, man. You know, kicking off this Black History Month.
Oh, cool.
Glad you kicked
Yeah.
it off right.
I got
late.
some. Well, not black.
Yeah.
All the way black. Most of it's like 75% Black history. The NBA just named their reserves for the All-Star game.
Ooh.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. So
Oh,
we know that the starters for the East is KD was named, Giannis, Embiid, DeRozan, and Trae Young. And
That's
then in the
respectable.
West it was Curry,
Yes.
Ja Morant, LeBron, Nikola Jokic, and Wiggins.
Really?
From the Golden State because the fans and so he started 5. So
Wiggins, hey, okay.
for the reserves on the East we got Jimmy Butler
Uh-huh.
Makes sense.
for Miami. They've been playing. They're number 1 in the East right now. Darius Garland, so he's the only representative for the Cavs.
Oh,
Shout outs
wow.
to Darius Garland and the
Okay.
Cavs. First time All-Star. 30th player. James Harden. So Harden, he got picked up in there. Zach LaVine from the Chicago,
Let's
making
go.
noise.
Shout out to Seattle.
Chris Middleton from Milwaukee. Jason Tatum representing Boston, and I think first timer Fred VanVleet from the Raptors. I think he's been having a good season for the Raptors.
He
They're in
actually
the-
can ball. I like Van Fleet.
yeah, they're in the playoff hunt.
Oh, wow.
In the West, we got Devin Booker from the Suns, so another year for him.
Nice, nice.
Luka Doncic named again as a reserve. Well, he usually starts, but this year they had a slow start, so I think that's why they didn't let him start this year. Rudy Gobert, center on the Utah Jazz.
Yep.
Draymond Green, but Draymond's not gonna play, so Silver will gonna use a replacement, so that'll be a slot where
Rudy
somebody else
Gobert
gets
got
called
dunked
up.
on by Russell Westbrook. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, no. Not Westbrook. Nobody wants to see him shoot into the stands.
No, I just said
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook dunked on him. I saw the game.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
He did
like,
catch
viciously.
hands. Donovan Mitchell from the
Vicious.
That's a good
Jazz, so
move.
another call up. Chris Paul and the last slot,
Okay.
Karl Anthony Towns. So those are the
Oh, yeah,
reserves.
I was gonna ask if Carl Anthony Towns was
Okay.
on there. Yeah.
Yeah, and Fred VanVleet history, 4th undrafted NBA player ever as an All-Star in the modern era. And I think if I
He
say
can ball.
somebody who replaces Draymond, I think you probably can give it to AD.
If he's healthy.
Right?
If he may play 30 games, so he might
okay,
might
he's
reach
good.
the threshold.
Yeah, 30 games,
Because
yeah.
if Jimmy Butler made it, because he's missed a lot of games too. Who you guys
AD
think might
did.
get the replacement in the West? Like I'm trying to think of who else is.
What
had a
happened
good
to
year.
the young boy at
He ain't played
at
enough
Cleveland?
games.
What's up, the young boy at Cleveland?
Jared Allen,
Nah, Mobley.
Mobley.
Yeah.
They usually don't let rookie. They don't.
That nigga's amazing.
He's a beast, but they never give it to
That
rookies. Like even
nigga's-
LeBron.
bro.
LeBron could have been an All-Star his rookie year, but he
They
didn't make it to
tripping.
a sophomore.
They tripping, bro. That
They
that
do this
kid.
little, it's like it's not a hazing thing, but I just think like since Jordan,
Yeah.
they won't let a rookie be the All-Star anymore.
oh, okay.
Like they just make you
Yeah.
wait to the second
That
year
kid.
for whatever
That
reason.
kid. is
Isaiah
amazing.
Thomas.
Dang.
He made it rookie year, but Jordan came after him though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kobe second year. He didn't play much his rookie year, so I couldn't be mad at that. Tim Duncan.
else made
Tim
it?
Duncan might have made it
Wait,
his rookie
did
year.
Derrick Rose make it his first year?
No,
Second year.
second.
Second.
Tim
Oh,
Duncan, I
wow.
think might have did rookie year though, because he was not class of '97, and that game was at the Garden in '98. He might have been maybe the last one. But I don't know why Blake Griffin didn't even do it. Well, he did, but it's like you count because he missed the first year technically with the
He
injury.
just dunks.
But, I mean, he was beasting. Young Blake Griffin was
Yeah.
a goddamn monster.
Yeah. that was
Lob
nasty.
City. Like,
So I mean, yeah, I think it'll probably be like AD. Paul George probably would have made it, but then he's hurt. He's been out with that
him and
elbow
AD
injury, so he's
both been
gone.
just hurt.
Where's
Yeah.
the All-Star game at?
Cleveland.
Cleveland. Oh, okay.
Hilarious.
It's gonna be so lit.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Cleveland, like, it's funny when they put it in cities like that.
Oh, man, it's the worst.
They should have a random city where, like, no team plays.
Booty ass city, like
They should
Dakota?
be like South
Yeah.
Dakota. Yeah.
Dakota,
Like,
Turn that
God.
shit
they
up.
should play right in front of Mount
I mean, they make
Rushmore,
the
just
city a
be-
lot of money because ain't nothing be happening
Turn
there.
that shit up.
Yeah.
They've done well. They've done it
Iowa?
doesn't count, but kind of a Vegas. They've done All Star games in Vegas.
Nebraska.
Yeah, I've been to one.
I think the Vegas games.
No, I've been to two.
All-Star Weekend would be better if they did it somewhere that people don't frequent.
Right? You think it's better than
I
the
was
city?
The city
when
would
they
go
had
up.
it in LA.
Off the hook.
It was the worst.
LA gets it like every
It's off
5
the
years.
hook, Yeah.
This is
But LA is like a common like
the party.
entertainment
Yeah.
ground. Like everybody come here for shit.
Yeah.
but it's already traffic out here.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
even worse.
already
It
the
was way
city
worse.
of I know this person.
You never had
so-
fun with an All-Star Weekend in LA?
No, but
You
I
don't
did
see
have
that.
fun in Vegas.
Vegas
See, I
is
had
fun.
fun in
was
Vegas
You gotta
too.
go somewhere else.
Vegas is fun. Phoenix was fun too.
Like Arizona
Oh, I
would be
remember
cool.
the
I went to
Phoenix one.
Arizona for the
Jesus
Super Bowl.
Christ.
that
and
was when
lit.
I was
Yeah.
stuck in the elevator with Michael
Was it?
Jordan,
Oh, word?
and I was just like,
Yeah.
like the whole time, like, what do you say to MJ?
I remember the
like,
one in Dallas. Was it Dallas when they played when they
At least
played
they
in
hit
the
him with
stadium?
MJ. I was like,
You got any spare change?
please,
man. I suck you.
And it's just like, hey man,
That sounds like All-Star. That sounds like All-Star Weekend.
I was
Right.
like,
Right. That's All-Star Weekend.
yo,
for
it's
me.
That
crazy
would
how
be-
many people like really like who got no money be polying up trips trying to do a
Come on.
They be
stay
balling
together
out.
and
You know how
rent
many
a car
tall
in
niggas
front,
get
in
pussy?
front
You know how
yeah.
many tall dudes get pussy around All-Star
Oh,
Weekend?
yeah.
just because they
Just
look like a
'cause.
Bro, I got
G-leaguer.
homies
It's-
that,
oh,
that
girls,
suck
yeah.
at basketball, bro. They clean up every
They
time.
get their best shit on. They put on their best
Bro,
shit.
they
go
put
to
a
the
watch
the
on.
tall
Oh
guys.
my god,
Bro.
they clean up
They
out
make
here
it
with
look like
these
they were
girls.
balling.
Yeah.
Because these girls will come from all over the country
Bro.
in like packs of 3,
Yeah.
4. They looking for the
What's
party, so
funny,
you just know
and
the
they don't
event.
even
And if
know
you
who's a
in
real
there,
basketball
yeah,
player.
they don't
even
know.
know.
They-
I'm
bro,
staying-
you
Only the
get
real
tables.
hoes know because
Yeah.
the real hoes
Right.
watch the draft. They study the fantasy scouting
Yeah.
reports,
Those
breakdowns,
players.
Those
know the
ones.
hotels.
I'm talking about the girl that's 6'1" that don't know shit about basketball who walk up to me looking down at me talking about, oh, he's Steph, what's up?
Fact.
Yeah.
The chicks from Cleveland who play in
Yeah.
the group trip and staying at like
Oh,
some
yeah.
rinky-dink hotel outside of Hollywood because
Oh,
they
yeah.
can't afford it.
They finna clean up in
sharing one
Cleveland.
car.
All the
Yeah.
tall niggas in Cleveland, they finna clean up over
They
the All-Star
finna-
Weekend.
Right.
Yeah, they clean up on Cleveland hoes. all
Could
the-
you imagine that?
Oh,
Like,
wow.
I'm sure they got a troop over there lined
I was
up.
talking about Cleveland hoes.
All the
The Cleveland.
all the niggas over 6'3" saddle up.
Oh, man.
Like,
Clean up time.
You could even
baby.
say you're an agent for Steph Curry,
Yeah, if you wear
and
the
then
suit.
you would get it in too.
So what,
We can pull
Like,
it
I
off.
mean, you could pull,
we can pull
you
that
could-
But they
off.
know
y'all
Steph's
could pull
married,
it off, though.
What's
Right.
What's Steph's brother's name?
Oh,
Seth.
Seth.
You Seth Curry, brother.
Seth
Seth
Curry.
Curry.
Oh,
Yeah.
Seth.
Yeah.
Get the headband.
That wouldn't even work.
Seth
It would look more
Curry.
like Steph.
You got to
More
cut it a little bit
Steph,
lower.
Yeah, just say
Yeah.
you said Curry.
Said.
You the third brother.
I'm
Said.
Yeah.
Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Said
Steph
Steph
Curry.
Your
Curry.
third brother. You got injured in high school, so
Right, I'm the
Or-
step brother,
or
the
I
only
wanna
one that
Ed-
didn't make it.
Ed got some suits, so maybe I can play the agent.
That'd be funny.
Ed.
shout out to Cleveland, man.
Shout out to
Look
you know,
at
if you
we
come
can-
out
we
flying
can-
from
about to get
Cleveland,
lit.
flying from Charlotte, you just ain't never been nowhere. Like it's
Yeah.
just-
Nah, it can't be Charlotte. It's got to be like some small town like Remini, South Carolina.
Yeah.
like,
No, because even in
Greenville.
Phoenix,
what's it?
Phoenix was off
Tarpon
the hook,
Springs,
too.
Florida.
Tarpons, yeah.
Phoenix was off the hook too.
Crazy
so,
All-Star Weekend.
Yeah, because
Oh,
at
Phoenix
It's a
that,
fun town.
Phoenix
at
is
that
a fun city,
time,
Phoenix, yeah.
I was actually working at the convention center. So I came in with my hair braided, and at that time, obviously I was a little bit skinnier, but Alicia Keys was real hot. So I had my hair braided and stuff,
shit.
and people were like, "There goes Alicia Keys."
Oh my God, these people.
I was like, I do not look like her,
I
but
might low-key end up training her.
I would. Let's just say I was getting some numbers too.
Why not?
I was like,
I
yeah,
wanna
you
see- I
know,
wanna
you
see
know
these
what
pictures
I'm
of the
saying?
Phoenix
Have my
All-Star
little
game.
VIP.
Right.
You know
I wanna-
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
all right, they
Yeah.
done.
I'll be like,
Alright,
yeah.
bagging you a
Backing
couple
them.
numbers.
Right.
Everybody come All Star Weekend.
Yeah,
Yes,
they
you
do.
do.
It's
I'm
really
dead
hard,
serious.
like in LA, like not to. These girls are so.
I'd be like,
beautiful.
Alicia,
Yeah.
fix your
Oh.
shirt.
As long as you have like
Like,
connects
hey,
to get
get
to the
your
parties and shit, they'll
Yeah.
think you the shit. But if you ain't
It
got
was
no
fun.
connects and you just going to shit that's like outside, like there'll be a lot of fake All Star events.
Yeah.
Like niggas will just definitely put All Star over the thing.
Oh yeah.
And it had not one
Yeah.
player who have nothing to do with basketball be at that bar.
Like,
It's
yeah,
just
we
a
got
bar
special guests in the house.
with-
Special guests. Like,
right.
who is it? Special guest.
coming through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They be
The
fun
New York
too.
All Star
Their
game.
parties
I
be
was in
fun.
New York. I didn't go to the game, but I went to like a bunch of events. I ain't
Uh-huh.
had a hookup to get into the game. I've been to the Toronto
To the
All
game.
Star weekend. That was popping. I was so.
Oh, that's nice.
I went to
Toronto
the
be
rookie
fun,
sophomore
yeah.
game and the events. Toronto was fun. It was cold, but it was fun.
I've been out
How
to
was ladies
Toronto.
in Toronto?
Beautiful.
Yeah,
It's
fine.
different out
mixed.
there.
It's
Yeah.
the mix factory. Like whatever fetish, not fetish, but whatever ethnicity
No,
you're
you
looking
said
for,
fetish. Go ahead,
you
finish.
can find them.
Oh.
So you was like, you know what? I think I want a Russian and a girl from Jamaica. There's a Russian Jamaican. There's a Barbados Italian.
Look at Ed's face.
There's a
He was like, yeah, how come I missed that Toronto trip?
Irish. There's
And
you know,
Toronto's different. Yeah, I've
there's
been out there.
There's just a white, black, white, like whatever you want.
White,
that
black, white.
they
They
exist.
got a Haitian Kazakhstanian.
Right, Haitian Kazakhstanian, bro.
Like, what is
There's a Dominican Palestinian.
Right.
It's
Dominican
all in
Palestinian.
Toronto.
Right.
Whoa.
It's like, I mean, she was there. I mean, the woman really looked like Borat with a machete. Like,
Yeah, man. It's the baddest of the baddest, bro. with manners. And they're
With
nice.
manners. That's crazy.
Manners.
Nice women. They might be a little.
I've
Like
been
as
out
soon as
there,
they come
yeah,
to the,
it's
as soon as
nice.
they come to the yes.
It's not as under the radar as it used to be, obviously, since Drake and OVO Toronto and Weekend Explosion
OVO.
to bringing that attention to them. So like, but yeah, if you like, we're talking. But when I was nice, I met nice women there. Like it was still so
You met nice women.
Yeah, they were just like really beautiful,
Canada.
pretty
They
girls.
were
Like,
just nice
like, hey, they're
women.
like, hey, so like, you here for the weekend? Oh my, so you never been here? Oh my God, like, give us your number. We'll come pick you up at your hotel, take you around, go get like food. Like, I'm like, what? You're asking me for my number, where I'm staying, so you can come pick me up and take me around? Yeah. It's like, why would you drive an Uber? That's just ridiculous. Like to take Ubers, like just hang out with us for the weekend.
Me in college.
Okay.
Me in
Sure.
college. Me in college would have been like, I'd have been like, hell yeah. Me now, like, y'all trying to traffic me? Like,
Yo,
You're like,
so
yeah, I'm
pleasant.
good, I'm good.
They're like, oh yeah, let's just go to this bar, because I was trying to like that was the crazy dunk contest with Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon. That was the rematch, so that was
yeah.
like everybody was trying to get in there, so it was
Yeah.
tough to get in there. But they were like, well, I mean, it's nothing, but we can just go to this bar. It's a really cool bar. I'm sure it might be packed, but I know the guy there. We'll get
Yeah.
some seats, and we had some great seats. Watched the dunk contest at the bar.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Had just as good of a time as if I would have been in the arena.
This year, they announced it yet?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah,
we got
who is it?
this
John
year.
Morant? Is John Morant?
Let's see.
Or
John
no?
Morant
in it?
says he will not do the dunk contest, unfortunately. So he's one of those
He hit Rise the other night.
one of them high
wow.
flyers who don't want that pressure. So we got from the Golden State Warriors, Juan Toscano Anderson. I don't know why that motherfucker. I haven't seen Juan bang on one homie, but
I've never seen anybody named Juan Dunk.
right.
Talking about Warrior. I might as well be Gary Payton Jr.
So he's like
Juan.
6'8", he's a forward, but yeah, I don't know what he's trying to prove something, I guess.
Maybe
so then
he'll
after
come
that,
out with something.
we got Cole Anthony from the Orlando Magic. Now Cole got some bunnies.
Yeah.
Got
There's some people
hops.
out there that got hops.
He
so
might
they
be
don't
good.
play.
Jalen Green, rookie number 2
Jalen
pick.
Green
Oh,
got
I
bounced.
he
like
got
Jalen
bounced.
Green.
Jalen Brown's
He's
got
good.
bounced.
And returning is New York Knicks native Obi Toppin. So Obi's taking another crack at
Okay.
it. Hey man, don't make that face. Don't make that like he
I
farted.
mean, he got a couple.
He got the
legs,
look,
but
yeah.
He's too tall.
Nah, you saw his
He's too
dunks.
tall.
He put it through the legs twice this year in the game.
Who you got for dunk competition?
I got to stick with New York. Obi. I got my man's Obi.
Obi.
Jalen Green do
Yeah.
got the bunny.
Jalen
though.
Green got the best. He
I
got the
think- I
best
don't know, I
combination. He's
think
the best
Jalen,
height
yeah.
with the bounce. Like
Yeah.
a 6'5" guy
I
is
might go
usually
with
the best to
Jalen,
do it.
yeah.
I'm gonna go.
I
I've seen,
like
Cole
him.
or
I've seen
I'ma
Jalen
go
Green
with Jalen.
dunk.
I see Jalen Green dunk in games on people ridiculous.
Yeah.
stuff.
And he's good.
I'm gonna take Jalen Green, but Cole Anthony, I'm gonna take his runner
Yeah.
up.
he's your
I've seen him
runner-up.
dunk.
Jalen
yeah.
Jalen would be my runner up, but I mean, I'm
Yeah.
just going Obi. I'm just gonna.
I'm going
Obi
Jalen.
got
I'm
some
going
tricks up
opposite.
his
Jalen Green
sleeve.
on that one, yeah.
Might have to bet on that.
Should be fun.
Oh wait,
Oh.
this just in. LeBron James enters the dunk contest. No, I'm playing.
He's never doing it.
Of course, that'd be crazy if after all these years he waited till he was 37.
He disappointed me, man.
like,
'cause
I'm
they
gonna-
put
I'm
him on
gonna
the
get that
spot. And he
dunk.
said, "I'm a preliminary. Put my name in the contest," and then he flaked on in 2010.
Because the way he was
like-
jumping outrageous.
But you know what it is? It's just
He's a
like,
power
yo,
dunker, though.
like, bro, all the greats do the contest. Whether you
Yeah.
had a good performance or not, like, you can, like, why
I know
can't,
Kobe,
dude?
MJ,
Yeah.
like,
We
oh,
make fun of your,
Oh, yeah.
we make fun of your bald spots. Like, we was doing that for like 10 years, bro. Like, it's not gonna be that bad if you didn't have a good dunk contest. We only gonna be like, he just didn't do good at dunk contest. But LeBron
Yeah.
did
Right.
everything else. It's not
good
gonna be
job.
no
We'll
big
just
deal.
clown for a little
He
bit.
could have did it, but it is what it is.
coulda
He
did
did the
it.
McDonald's All-American Dunk Contest. Y'all can look up that 2002.
Right.
At least he won't be
When he
like,
was 18 or 17 years old.
let me tell you guys my dunk story.
You
Okay.
dunked
So the first
I
time
was gonna say, that'd be lit.
when we were
Show
at the
us the footage.
Suns, the Phoenix Suns game. Okay, you know how the Phoenix Suns mascot's the gorilla.
Why?
So the first
Nothing to do
time,
with the sun.
okay,
That's
let me
weird.
tell you,
You
the
should just have a
first
big-ass
time
son.
the guy
Is the gorilla
went.
black?
Okay, yeah.
What's up? We live.
Kind of racist. They
First
Go ahead.
time he went to go dunk, it was all like perfect. Everything went up. Broke the leg,
Oh,
and it was
shit.
like.
So how
It
can
was
people
like,
tell? Or how can people tell?
this is real. Like, I mean, he didn't get back up. They had to pull
that's funny.
medics and
Stretcher.
stuff.
God.
Like,
That's
it was
funny.
like literally.
That's pretty hilarious.
yeah. And I was like, dang.
What's the gorilla's name?
Oh, I don't. They have different.
I feel like it's
just a
something
Phoenix.
It
Suns
better not be a
gorilla.
Sonny,
black
the
man.
I'm
Phoenix
putting
Suns
that
gorilla.
It better not be a
He
black
comes
man.
out. He wild
I'm gonna
too.
look it up.
Actually, one of my.
Why is it a
How the
gorilla?
freak is it a
Huh?
gorilla?
That's
That
what
don't
I
make
always
no
wondered.
I
sense.
don't know. I
It's
don't
kinda
know why
racist, they
Phoenix
died,
Suns
but
have
it is
a
Black
gorilla,
History
Come to
Month.
think of it,
You know,
I
that's,
mean,
Let me look it
I
up.
think what's his
I
name?
guess I
Michael,
might have to look.
Michael
look
Blackson
into
made a
that.
good point about mascots. He said mascots should be what your city actually represents. Did you guys see that
I don't
stand
know.
up?
so what's the
Let me look it up. Let me
He's
look.
like the Detroit Pimps.
Let me look it
Detroit
up.
Pimps.
The Phoenix Suns gorilla. Let me look
The
it up
New
now.
York.
The DC crackheads.
Shout out to Phoenix. Shout out to the Suns right now. D-Book.
The Chicago
Oh.
crackheads.
The Chicago crackheads. Nah.
I'm gonna
Chicago
look that up now.
homicide.
come
Yeah,
to think of
Chicago
it.
homicide. So it's another bit. You got a gun
Right.
in your holster. That's funny.
That is so funny.
Right, because you got the Clippers and the Lakers. It should just be Crips and Bloods, straight up.
LA actors.
LA actors, hilarious.
LA actors.
We do got LeBron, so you know.
Yeah.
No. Remember we watched the movie?
His name is Go the Gorilla.
Go the gorilla.
Golden Gorilla.
No,
Yeah.
Go.
Go. Geo.
Go.
Yo,
Go the Gorilla.
interesting.
I don't know why he's.
You guys, so I just so for the people who are on and the people that are on the live right now, I want you guys to call in 818-914-4087. We're talking about sports right now. We're talking about Black history. We're talking about great stuff going on.
Yeah, what
Anything
did I
you want to
miss?
do and weigh in on the topic, please call in 818-914-4087.
What have y'all covered so far?
Oh,
We just
okay.
gotta talk about stick shifts.
Real quick, just to let you guys know why he's
Pause.
the Phoenix Suns gorilla. Pause.
Thank you.
In 1979, Henry Rojas, he was
A white
a Phoenix
nationalist.
native. He was working part-time doing those singing telegrams, and he was delivering one to a fan at the Suns game. So I guess they liked it at the time, and he was dressed in a gorilla suit. So then they said, you know what? We'll just make it the official mascot then.
It should just be the
And
Phoenix
that's
Apes
how it
then.
became.
The Phoenix Apes, like, why is it the Suns?
No, because Sun, Valley of the Sun.
But it's got nothing to do
With
with the
nothing
sun.
to do with the gorilla.
I guess
I
that's
don't even
why.
think gorillas are in that kind of.
They weren't even in
not
Phoenix.
naturally in that.
There's
yeah.
no gorillas.
When's the
in
last time you
mean-
saw a silverback running around Phoenix?
You know, I've been to the zoo there, and come to think
Oh,
of
this
it,
one.
I don't.
They got a number of rattlesnakes and
I was
bugs
like,
there.
we got
That
rattlesnake
would be a solid
cactus,
name.
Yeah.
The
rattlesnakes.
Phoenix rattlesnakes. Like,
Well,
we
we
rock
have
with
the
that.
Arizona,
Like, they're
we have
venomous.
the rattlesnakes
you know?
already.
So let's switch over to the
So,
NFL. So
basically, let's go.
Tom Brady,
Yeah.
the great Tom Brady,
Tom Brady.
Tom
Brady's
yes.
retiring.
after
Tom
22
Brady.
seasons and his second season in Tampa Bay, he
7
decided-
championship rings.
after 7 rings
Yeah.
and how many MVPs, Pro Bowls, he has decided to retire. He did a big
Yeah.
post on Instagram this weekend
Yeah.
that went trend and
I
went
appreciate
viral.
you, Keith.
So let's just, I guess, take it around the room. How do y'all feel about Tom Brady? Do you think the retirement is for real?
No.
Yeah, he announced
I think he's
it.
going to pull a Brett Favre. He's going to come right back.
He's gonna
No.
sign with another team.
He announced it.
No, I know
So
he announced
initially he
but
didn't.
So did
Jordan,
Brett
and so
Favre.
did Brett Favre.
Michael Jordan went to the MLBs, came back, retired, and came back to the Wizards. Like, it's just some
Yeah,
people
I
just
don't.
can't
I
give
think
it up.
he's done. I think his wife.
At
I think
44?
the kids.
He's 44.
I mean, he
I
getting
think
up
he's
there
done.
for football at least.
But he almost said he's arguably an MVP this year, right? He had a great season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's still
I heard he was trying out for the Tampa Bay Rays. I don't know if that's a
Tampa Bay Rays. I do have to say, shout out to my nephew Jake, who's from New York. Like, he loves New York Giants.
okay.
So he
Big
always
Giant
says
fan.
2 times he lost to Eli Manning.
That's right.
That's
Facts.
all I
That's
have to
right.
say. And
One of
that's
the
all he
greatest
ever
Super Bowl games
says
in
to me
history.
all the
That
time.
catch?
That catch.
Is
On the head.
yes.
When I tell you, 'cause
Yes.
my dad is like New York Giants for real. He's
Yes.
from Queens. So, like, I'm obviously a Seahawks fan from home, but it's like Giants are like my follow-up team.
Right.
So, like,
Yeah.
anytime Seahawks aren't playing the Giants, I'm rocking with the Giants. So when they played them, I was like, oh, all day.
And that
All
was
day,
a
yeah.
season where the Patriots were undefeated.
Yes.
And
Literally.
they were close to winning the game, but the
They're like
Giants,
15-0.
through sheer grit, will, and
Yeah.
some luck, we
Did you
we
see-
stole the Super
And they
Bowl
won
from,
it
from
in
them.
Arizona. One
Did
of
you
the
guys
Super
see
Bowls was in
the
Arizona.
when they had Peyton Manning, Eli, and Tom Brady talking? They had like the speech and they were just
Yeah.
chopping it up. And he's like, "Yeah, man, I had good playing games with y'all." Eli was like, "How about when you had Super Bowl games with me?"
You gotta
Yeah.
rub that in.
I love
No matter
that.
what his
I like
resume
that.
is, Eli can always pop that
Eli
shit.
can,
I
yeah.
beat you
Because
twice
everybody
when
knows
it
Tom
mattered.
Brady to go, but Eli's
Yeah.
like, "Got you twice, player."
I
Right.
got you.
Twice. But I
Twice.
mean, we like. Let's be real now about his resume as a quarterback. He's probably the greatest quarterback, right? That
I
ever
would
played.
say
Yeah.
so.
Like, is there anybody who
I mean,
old school
Both
challenge
numbers
that?
too.
7 rings. I mean,
Right.
Numbers, Super Bowl rings, stat. I mean, he's a beast.
Longevity of prime. I think
Yeah.
he probably has the longest, right? Like Marino can't touch this.
yeah.
Elway
And I
can't
love
touch
Don Marino.
this.
Yeah, I love Dan Marino.
Trey Aikman
Yeah.
can't touch it, right?
No.
Trey Aikman. Who else we got? Drew
Uh,
Brees.
Breeze can't touch it. Manning can't
Steve
touch
Young.
it.
Yeah.
Is there anybody? Was it Montana?
Joe Montana. Yeah.
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 I don't
Yeah.
think anybody has an all-around resume like Tom's.
Somebody said I'm a Miami
think so.
Dolphins fan. All right, so
He married a model too. So he can't-
And he
Yeah,
got one of
and
the
he
hottest
got-
women on the
yeah.
planet. He's not even the one. He's in
Michael
the
Jordan come back with the Chicago Bulls. Yeah.
Yeah.
That he married a hot
He
wife.
said that he had a hot wife.
What if
He
she
married a
doesn't
hot
have?
So that goes on his resume. So he's like 600,000, passing yards, fine wife, and then like it's on the resume.
It's all-
He's making good decisions all across the board, bro. That
Yeah.
counts, bro.
That's true.
But beauty isn't everything.
Sponsorships,
Nicholas.
What about
everything.
It's also about the heart.
Yeah.
But they've been
The
married
heart.
this whole time, so obviously she's a
How
good
long?
person.
She
How long
said,
they been
yeah.
married now?
For
They
a
got kids
while.
now,
It's gotta
right?
be 10 years.
Because they got 2 kids.
It's
Oh,
gotta be
she's
over
And then he
leaving.
has his previous son.
Or is she waiting for the retirement?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, good point is.
So 2 years she'd be gone because
Good
all those
conspiracy.
parties are
He
gone.
said 2 years.
He's gonna be home all the time.
He's gonna be home
Nah.
all the time.
She might
I
get
think he's
bored
gonna get
then,
into
huh?
something.
She'd be like, yo, I've been looking at your face too long.
You know.
What do you think Tom
We
is
need to
gonna
go
do?
back
You
to
think
the
Tom's
league.
gonna get behind the broadcast booth? He's gonna just work behind the scenes. He's gonna be a coach.
Ooh.
Have you ever heard Tom talk in an interview?
Kind of, yeah. He's an intelligent guy.
He's a little rough on the edges, though.
Yeah.
So
So
I don't-
you don't think he's good for the broadcast booth? Like
I
the
don't
No,
Bengals
he
are?
might be good
I don't
because
think he's
people
good
like
for his
that.
brand.
Okay, for his brand,
His
yeah.
brand's real clean cut, and
Mm.
I don't think who he really is good for his brand.
So he might
It
just
might
chill.
be good for me. It's
Yeah.
good for media though.
Yeah.
People love that stuff.
Just to let you know, they've been married 13 years.
13.
So-
That's a good one.
13.
How many kids?
What'd you say? 2 years? 2 kids, and then he has a previous son from this
Oh, she'll be
actress.
gone in 2 years.
Oh, my cousin said, yeah, Falcons for
Yeah,
you.
there's no
Yeah,
face.
And
Georgia, yeah.
She'll be gone
2 years.
What's going on, Marcus?
She gonna be bored.
She's not gonna get
My
into
cousin
those
up
Yeah.
parties. She's
Because
not
you
gonna
gotta
be any of
think
those
you're
events.
used
Why
to
do you
him
think
being
she can't go to
gone.
those events?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Because he's not gonna be invited.
Why how are
He'll
you not
still
gonna be
be
invited?
invited.
You're just now
Not to
a
the
former
same
player.
ones. Not to the same ones.
What do you mean? The
Why
same
would
ones?
Tom Brady
yeah,
not
why
be
would
invited
he
to
not be
anything?
invited to? Yeah.
I don't know.
Tom
Like,
Brady could
Hey,
walk
do you
into
know how
What's
this works when you become a
the-
post
okay,
player?
No,
yeah.
no, I know.
Tom
Okay,
Brady could walk
here's
into
what-
the White
okay,
House
I'll
with no
extend
security
it.
today.
I'll
Like,
extend it.
Okay.
After his Hall of Fame induction, she's gone. After that,
So that's about 5 years.
yeah, I give it 5 years after his.
So when the
induction.
kids
he
are
went from
all
2 to
gone,
5?
Is that a
and
conspiracy?
done,
Yeah, that's how it goes.
when the kids go to
5
college,
years.
She's gonna go. She's gonna go do her own thing. Watch.
See a little younger man.
What up, what up?
Yeah, she's gonna wait. She's probably even gonna help with the induction. You know, support him and do all that stuff. You know,
Make sure
just
he
so
secured. Make sure he
Make
secured
sure
the bag for the
secured.
divorce.
exactly, just
Get
so
them
she could say
kids-
I
them
was
kids
there
secured.
with you for the induction and everything. Make
Secure
sure
the
she-
kids.
Yep, secure the alimony. Say that I was the one that helped support everything, and then she'll be gone. She's gonna go do her own
Half.
thing.
I didn't see this conversation going
Oh,
all right
I
about
didn't see
I
that
losing
either.
his
with
wife
Giselle.
once
I
he
literally
declares
said
retirement.
that.
I was like, I don't
I thought
think
this
that
was
either,
a
but
good thing for him. I was
That-
happy for him.
see, that's
I
why
was
Kevin.
like,
Tom,
Uh,
she's leaving soon.
That's
so
why Ed is
prepare.
off cam because he off the charts right now.
Yeah.
now, how do you feel about him so-called cheating during some of the, in the
Oh, the
inflated
flatball,
football
the-
and
Oh, Deflategate?
yeah.
I mean, whatever. It
you
didn't
have-
work
you
against the
Probably, I don't
Giants.
think it was his.
Hey, look,
his-
man, if you can flatten the football, you can get a little extra ass. That's all I'm saying. Like,
It's pretty hard to flatten a football, right?
right.
I don't think it was his idea though. I bet it was.
I
the
think it was
coaches.
the
Bill
ownership
Belichick?
and front
Yeah.
office.
Belichick
no,
put that
yeah.
in the works. Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
can you?
I mean, I don't know.
Bill
It's-
Belichick, take the ad out
They,
the
yeah, they
ball.
could have been cheating, but offense, isn't it harder to cheat on defense? It's harder to cheat on offense than defense, no?
Harder to cheat on offense?
No, harder to cheat. It's harder
Offense?
to cheat on offense than defense, right? Because
Yeah.
I
the
would think
defense, you're
so.
trying to get the
Defense, you-
advantage on what the offense is doing so that you
Yeah.
can counter. But an offense can always
you're
call an audible.
dictating what's going on.
Yeah, you can always call an audible. So
Yep.
it's like, yeah, I don't know if the cheating affected what Tom's performance was doing. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Appreciate
saying?
you, Marcus. Thank
And
you.
made, yeah, I think he has a great legacy, man. I mean, he went to like at least 10 Super Bowls.
August.
So
Yeah.
half of his career he was in the Super Bowl. That's amazing.
Talking about, yeah.
I mean, yeah,
He stayed in there, yeah.
there's some great statistics and numbers on the resume that he's in company with.
He almost got
Now,
it.
do you think he also participated with Robert Kraft in the
How so?
prostitution? You
Yeah,
remember
he
when
definitely
that whole
got his
thing?
thing sucked a few times.
If y'all could have seen Ed's face,
Hey, Ed's
my
face was
God.
like, yeah.
Ed said it as if like he was
So
there.
matter
Like
of
he
fact.
was there.
Yeah, definitely.
so matter of fact.
It was
He
his
was in
security guard.
Florida.
He was
He
outside
was
the room.
like-
Yo,
Like,
Alicia is bringing up all the dirt that's happening
And the
in his
good, the
career.
bad, the ugly. You know what I'm saying? It all comes out.
I'm like,
you know what
nothing. I'm
saying?
trying to keep this a positive,
Right.
celebratory conversation.
was
So what
like-
about them two bitches after the game?
right.
And it's
That
gonna
co-
come out too, right?
claimed
When,
he was
It's
the
going
dad.
exactly.
Man.
after his induction, she's
After
gonna
his
say,
induction.
I would just like to say he was with Robert Kraft, and that's all I'm gonna say. And then I want a divorce. Watch, you can see it. I give it.
She's
5.
That's wild, bro.
Oh man.
It's reality. It's okay.
You know what? I think let's just get to the Super Bowl talks,
Let's
guys.
get to the Super Bowl talk.
So we have the Rams, the LA Rams, and
Rams,
the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah.
It's gonna be in LA.
Yeah.
Sofitel. About a
I
week or
was-
two from now,
I was
Next
not
week?
expecting that.
February 12th.
February 12th.
Yeah. Oh no, February 13th.
13th, excuse me. 13th,
Yeah,
Sunday, yeah.
it's a Sunday. I was not expecting that. On these
What?
last games, I was like,
I warned
wow.
everybody. I
I
said
thought the 49ers
Rams,
were gonna win.
No,
I said
no
3
way.
weeks ago. I said it was going to be the Rams
They
versus the Chiefs.
almost
I didn't
had
think
it.
the Bengals were going to pull the Chiefs off.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Yeah, I did
about.
not
I was
think.
The Rams, I could see them beating the 49ers.
So with
Yeah.
that being said, who you going for?
Rams.
I think the Rams are gonna go all the way.
You got it for the Rams, so they're gonna
They're
bring it
on
home.
I'm
home.
gonna
They
go
got
with the
home- They
Bengals.
literally have the hometown advantage. They got the squad for
Yeah.
it.
They got the best
I'm gonna
receiver.
go with the
His quarterback.
Bengals. Like
You
my
going with the
text that I sent you guys for the 49ers and the Cardinals united. And we said we're
What do you-
going for the
what?
Cincinnati.
I'm gonna give a very feminine
I'ma
answer.
go with
I'm
the
gonna go with the
Bengals.
Rams because I like their colors better.
Aw.
Hilarious.
I'll go with the Bengals.
It's hard. So, you got a more
So, we will
established
see.
quarterback. I mean,
I mean,
I'm not. I don't care. I can't say we. But
Are we
yeah,
go-
but
are we
he
getting
hasn't,
together to
he
watch
hasn't
the
been
game?
there, though.
Travel,
He hasn't
yeah.
been there. We could.
shit,
I'm
We'll
down
go
to-
somewhere.
I'm
Yeah.
down to do that.
we can collect somewhere
Yeah.
indoors.
If BSB is
We
having
gotta
a
make some
little
bets.
pop
We gotta
off,
get some,
then we
some, some
all go
gambling
with.
going.
Yo,
That's
where
for
can
sure,
we
Rams.
gamble in California?
It's not legal.
I have my.
We'll
We'll be at the
Unless
house.
we
Like,
go to
we're gonna
Vegas
be at the
and-
house like here $5. Like,
Oh yeah, everybody pitch
we
in.
can gamble.
Yeah,
Can
who
you gamble in
want.
Bitcoin?
Yeah.
All right.
Bitcoin, can we gamble?
Give you some of my
Bitcoin?
urethra.
Right.
you-
My urethra.
Ed would be like, well, let me look.
Right, the umbilical cord.
You have it?
No. What
Who
the
do you
fuck?
think's
It's in the
gonna
closet.
win?
We
Nick?
dust it off.
Right.
Nick,
Yeah.
who do you
Here you
think's
go.
gonna win?
I've been wrong every single pick throughout the
See,
whole
I
playoffs.
thought the 49ers were gonna
So
win.
go with your opposite.
Right,
Yeah.
I said
right,
the
right,
Rams
right,
would
right.
I say the Bengals.
So if I was
No
picking
way.
based on
Joe Burrow.
some kind of knowledge, I would pick the Rams. So I would probably pick the Bengals. 'Cause
No way. The Bengals
Yeah.
not gonna make it. No.
The
That's
Bengals,
what I'm saying.
I think they
I
are.
think they're
But
gonna
I've
give a
been
They've
wrong
been
every
making
time.
it this
Oh,
whole
yeah.
I
time.
think they're gonna give a good run, but it just, I mean, experience.
The Bengals.
Did you
is
see
world
Odell
champ.
I don't
Beckham
know.
was like he was there catching. He was there available for like a catch every.
Oh, he's on
fucking-
the Rams, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, the Rams
he
gonna
was
win.
there for
Oh,
a
yeah, the
catch
Rams gonna
every
win.
time. I was just
You,
like,
you
wow.
can't, you
know.
can't deny that man's athleticism.
Yeah.
Like,
He
don't
was
know.
there
Will
like
he be playing?
90%
He'll be
of the
available to
time.
play?
It could be a
He should be.
conspiracy. It
Could
could
be.
be Bengals. You know.
You ever
He got-
seen
he
that
got
movie
traded last
Limitless?
minute. I didn't even know he was on. When they were celebrating,
Wait.
I was like, oh, damn, what the fuck?
Oh,
Like,
damn.
Ever see that movie Limitless? I'm pretty
Oh, yeah.
sure. You know, that guy takes a pill and he can do
Yeah.
whatever he, you know, his
Yeah.
mind. He sets his mind to.
oh, yeah.
Odell Beckham definitely has that pill somewhere. You know,
So
You got-
we.
Odell got the- OBJ
So
got
we-
the limitless
OBJ
pill?
Right.
got
Yes,
that
the
pill.
nigga
He
has
need that
to.
pill.
All right.
this guy was popping
He-
up out of nowhere every time. I was like, there he is. Even if he
Right.
wasn't, the ball wasn't even going in his direction, you saw him somewhere on the screen. It was
If the
ridiculous.
Bengals win, you'll see him celebrating in the locker room with a
Yeah.
full Bengals uniform on. Like,
This would be a really good
Oh
look for
my
his
God.
resume, though. If they're able to pull this off,
Yeah.
get to the
Yeah.
championship, I think
He'll
it'll just help
win.
his
That's
stock.
solid.
Yeah.
for sure.
So it should be a fun game. So do you guys feel like we should see a lot of touchdowns, like it's very offensively matched, or is it going to be a very tough defensive grinded out game, which could
Ooh.
lean on like not
to
entertaining?
be honest, I hope it's more of a.
I hope more
I want to see
defense.
more. I want to see more offense.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry.
What are they offensive minded teams or no?
I don't know.
LA is. I think
LA
LA is.
is,
They have
yeah,
Odell.
LA is,
They score a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
they have
Bengals are
Odell.
way more defensive oriented.
More so
Yeah.
than the Rams. Yeah.
Okay.
They're not gonna be
Yeah,
able to
more
outrun
so.
Odell.
So we'll see.
So it's gonna be good.
And they got the younger quarterback.
They got
Who,
the
the
young.
Bengals?
The Bengals do.
Yeah.
He's
Oh.
only
See,
and
two-
that's
he's
why
2
I
years?
think-
He's what, 2
No,
years?
but a Super Bowl
Look,
you
if they
need
flipped
experience.
it around, they flipped it
Matthew
around.
Stafford, he
Cincinnati,
been. I
yeah.
feel like he deserved. He been stuck with Detroit.
Stafford's with the
Yeah,
Rams now, right?
and then
He's
he
with the
came
Rams
over
now, but
here,
yeah.
and now.
But he's
yeah.
a good he's been
He's a good quarterback, but
been
he's had
in
to
there
suffer with
for-
that whack
This
ass
could be his
Yeah.
first one, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now he's finally a chance to win. So
Yep.
good for him.
You can't hear
Yeah.
nothing. What's going on?
Well, we will see.
Yeah.
So let us.
We
got Rihanna.
What's going on?
Rihanna is
Show-
the next.
What y'all wanna talk about?
Cast out
Rihanna?
the bag.
Rihanna.
All right, you guys. So
Rihanna.
we're gonna jump into this topic with this pop culture issue with not issue.
Issue?
I'm not gonna say issue.
Issue.
It's
Do
an
you have an
It's-
issue
It's
with
not.
it?
It's an issue for some.
It's the issue
you?
for
For the
Drake and Chris
sensitive.
Brown, but
Right.
we're gonna talk about Rihanna and her pregnancy that was recently announced. So
With
let's go ahead and
A$AP
get into
Rocky.
that.
Rihanna, you were letting that.
Rihanna and
ASAP
A$AP
shot up
Rocky,
the
yeah.
club.
He-
Fashion killer.
A$AP, man.
How long has
Hey,
ASAP?
ASAP Rocky ain't got nothing but love for you. Playing
Yeah,
no hate over
Hey.
here.
ASAP. We from New York, so we love you.
We love you, Harlem. I'm from
Harlem.
Queens, but Harlem. I say Harlem shit.
Yeah.
But how long were
Arrogance.
you beating Rihanna raw like that? I swear, I was shocked.
Here's the timeline.
Only Ed would be thinking about
He's
that this
beating
whole
it raw.
Here's the
time.
timeline.
Like how long?
They dated earlier in the 2010s. You know, like around the time when A$AP had the record Fashion Killer out. They were
Okay.
together for
Yeah.
a period of time.
Yeah.
Then they broke up. You know,
Yeah.
moved around.
He said,
whatever.
"How long were you
She
beating
did
her
her thing.
raw?"
Yeah.
Yo,
No.
he was.
Different girlfriends. So remember at
It's
the beginning of the
Rihanna, you going
pandemic,
raw.
A$AP season, and it was in
Ed's
jail. Remember? And then
Ah.
Trump got
Oh,
him
yeah.
out right before the pandemic hit or when it
Yeah.
got crazy. And when he got back to the States, he said, yo, you know what, I was in jail, I was thinking about all
Rihanna?
that ass and you
Rihanna.
good times we had together, and he got
That's
her
what he
back.
said?
And
And
since
she
the
said,
pandemic, they've been.
she said, bring that over
She
here.
said,
got
you know
her
what?
pregnant.
Me in Barbados, so y'all want to come see me? I gotta
She
fly
said,
over.
bring it here, no condoms. Basically, Rihanna, you
Man.
dirty girl.
Yeah, you call him dirty.
You see?
No, but in a
You
good way.
dirty girl.
In a good way, boo.
Brother,
I
have you
love
seen
it.
In a good way,
In a good-
Have you seen Rihanna's bank
Love
account?
you.
That boy recession free now.
Yeah.
She's almost a billionaire.
Right.
She is
Yeah,
a billionaire.
she
Let
is.
me tell you
She
something.
is.
I don't think she has
Yeah.
$1 billion in her account. She's worth $1 billion. Her business is worth $1 billion.
Yeah.
But she's not $1 billion.
ASAP's
Her
not gonna have to
business-
work
if
ever.
She's like, what is it, like 1.6 or something
Ever.
like that?
Something,
Like
yeah,
1.6.
and they're
Yeah.
saying it might be twins. No.
Who knows? No,
Oh,
that's
I
just
don't know
so-
about
I
that.
think that's
Like, how do they know?
And-
How would
That's
you know?
rumors, man.
Twin
Who said
triplets.
that?
I know. Who said that?
I'm always there
twins?
like, who?
They
She
said
barely
they-
announced it.
they-
He
they
over
were-
there
You were in the
twins.
hospital. You were at the fraternity clinic.
One boy, one girl, and they gonna come out with braids and a permy
Right.
hairdo. Like,
That's
huh?
crazy. Green,
Who?
green eyes and bread. They don't come out with cornrows. Like,
It took a very
got twins.
nice fashion dripped photo op for the baby reveal.
Yeah.
they did.
You know, I imagine these two
And then she
are gonna
posted
dress
on
their
hers.
baby. Their baby's gonna have so much fashion sense.
Oh my
like,
god.
God.
She's
Can
gonna
you
be doing
imagine?
runways as soon as she can walk.
Yeah.
He or
Yeah.
she.
Well,
He or she
bravo.
or both.
Bravo to
ASAP.
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 Yes.
Let's
Very
go.
good work. You know, very.
Yeah, technically,
Exquisite.
if they break
They're
up,
very
yeah, she would have to
exquisite.
pay him child support.
Yeah.
If they break up.
If
Yeah.
so,
I'm
even
not
if she
hoping
has,
for that, though. I
even
want
if she
them
has,
to-
Exquisite.
I want
even
them
if
to
she
work.
has custody.
Even if she has custody, she gotta pay him to get custody.
For real. That
Wow.
alimony check, ASAP, you don't even fuck the record labels, man. You set.
Nah, he's still gonna do his music though, cause
Of course.
ASAP. I still want ASAP to do his music, do his acting
yeah,
thing.
he
You know,
gotta do
he's ASAP gets it. It's not like
No, ASAP's a,
He's
he's
a
not,
side-
he's
he
not
has
a
to
He's an
knockoff.
individual.
You know?
ASAP's not a knockoff. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's
his
crazy
thing.
though, right? Because you know people look at so much about like
Yeah.
top tier people, and it's
Yeah.
like Rihanna is arguably top 5
Female.
artists of her generation.
Yeah.
Or just artists in general.
And
Yeah.
ASAP is maybe what, top 40? Maybe top 50?
You gotta really look at that list.
Top 100.
Top 100.
Top 100.
Because popularity,
top
Rihanna is
Come
up
on,
there,
man.
yeah.
Long live
You got
ASAP.
Yeah.
What's up?
Rihanna,
He brought a whole
Beyonce.
he brought a whole group. He was one of the few
Yeah.
people with a crew this decade. The ASAP mob. Come on. Ferg, you
Um,
know?
ASAP Ferg.
Well
Y'all
done,
not giving
ASAP.
Rocky enough love. I don't feel the love in here.
At
You
all.
LA
I love
niggas is trash right now.
I love
Could
it.
you,
I'm-
I mean, because you
I
say
mean,
in top 40, I'm
all
like
the
thinking
way.
of this list.
There's at
Yeah,
least,
there's a
he's,
lot
he's in a
more.
list with at least 40 rappers that came out the last 10 years or so.
Oh no.
What? You shitting on my
I wouldn't.
mans.
I wouldn't say, oh no. But I mean,
Don't
that's,
give me the
That's
oh
tough.
no.
That's tough though.
That is yeah.
Are you just saying just rap or like artists in general?
Yeah.
No, he's talking about rap.
Okay.
He's a rapper.
Top 40 rap, I can rock with
That came out
Well, not 40.
in the 2010s of the
Not
2010s.
40.
ASAP, I
Top
love you, bro.
100
Like,
maybe?
but you're not
Who's stopping
there.
him?
You know,
Top
there's been so
100
much
maybe.
shade. Like, see you top 100. Look at you. See,
Like,
you
yeah.
hater.
Yeah, he's in top one.
There's a nigga that tweeted like, "Yo, this nigga ain't even had the best verse on fucking Problems." Like, that's how hard they're going at Rocky.
He did though. He did.
You thought he had the best verse
He had
on
the best
fucking
one.
Problems with Kendrick and Drake?
Yeah, I liked his verse better at that
Better
time.
than Drake's.
At that for that time. For that time.
Drake?
Not knowing what Kendrick was gonna become, of course.
Kendrick
Oh, yeah,
had the best
Kendrick.
verse to me on that
Yeah.
record.
Kendrick usually has the best
Best
verse on most
verse on-
songs.
Yeah.
But it's, I mean, you know, hey man, he's
'Cause
put
he a
out some
different
really
animal.
good music. Like his
A$AP gotta be on
his rap is more experimental. Like it hasn't been as mainstream. Like especially
Yeah.
when he started
Right.
experimenting with the LSD and the drugs and shit, and he used to trip out. Like he's been on a different wave
Yeah.
always. He
Yeah.
doesn't give you the same thing every time he come out. Like he's not like a generic or formulaic rapper in my opinion. I'm not saying he was top 10 or top 5. I said top 40.
Definitely ain't top 10.
I said top 40.
Like,
Yeah, he's not top 10, but top 40.
No.
Nick's gonna look
I
it
love
up.
you,
Top
All right,
40
come on, go,
rappers.
let's go down 40
Let's see
rappers
the
in the
chart.
2010s. The 2010s. Let's do it.
2010s.
So Drake.
2010.
Jay-Z.
No, Jay don't
Oh,
count.
wait.
Of the 2010s,
Of
like
the
guys who
2010s.
came
Okay,
out.
okay, you could put him in.
This
My bad, my
Yeah.
bad. If you count
Yeah.
2010s, it's different.
Not all
It's different.
time. No.
Oh, okay.
No,
No,
I
literally,
thought
'cause
you
I was
were talking
like-
about
I said the
all
10.
time.
The 10s.
I was like,
Okay.
Jada Kids, like,
Yeah, I was all
everybody
thinking of
like,
other
Of
people.
his
That's all I'm
class,
saying.
the last 10 years or
I
so.
agree. I can respect that. I can
Yeah,
respect
he's
that.
top
yeah.
top 40.
I can do that.
You still the judge?
look at that.
He's in
Look at
denial.
that.
skeptical.
He's in denial.
He
Big
ain't
He
Sean.
top
feeling that. He
40
ain't feeling
of the
that.
last 10 or so years.
Big Sean.
Last 10.
Big Sean, I put top 20.
Big Sean.
Yeah.
Is he better than Joey Badass?
2010.
For New York, from a New York standpoint.
No.
No, I said Joey Badass for a reason because he's from New York.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. From a New York standpoint, it depends.
He's in the same lane as
Yeah.
ASAP Rocky. He acts, he raps.
ASAP was bigger than Joey though.
Who's
Yeah, he
I would
was.
think he
In
is.
New York,
A
he was
better
bigger.
rapper. I think Joey maybe raps better, but ASAP is a bigger artist.
He was a bigger artist.
Little Uzi Vert or ASAP Rocky?
Oh.
Lyrically.
Oh, we're talking about
A$AP.
lyrics? Oh, yeah.
Lyrically, ASAP.
Wiz Khalifa?
Oh,
Definitely.
Wiz
definitely.
Khalifa's a
Wiz.
bigger star.
Wiz is a better hit maker than
Wiz.
him.
Yeah.
Wiz is
Wiz.
a better. He's a bigger star.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, no, Wiz has a good body of work.
Travis
Yeah.
Scott.
Nah, Travis is more R&B. He's not a rapper.
Yeah.
Travis.
I was listening, it was just a few names that I had above.
You know
him.
what happened with Travis is that he got in.
Now, Travis is huge.
Yeah, but he got in really good with,
He's too
with the
huge.
Illuminati. So
Oh,
So
oh.
that's
Oh,
what happened.
okay,
Conspiracy,
that's
here
what it
we go.
was. There it
For
goes.
real,
There it
man.
goes.
The Kardashians.
Look, I ain't got
Yeah.
nothing.
Anybody that's with the
That's-
Kardashians is gonna.
Illuminati.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
It's
a good
literally like
point.
the
But if he
sentiment,
didn't
like,
get with her, he wasn't. messing
anybody
with
who
them,
gets with the
A$AP would've been bigger
Kardashians,
than
their life
That's
changes.
not true. ASAP was fine.
Travis Scott.
Travis is huge. He's one of the biggest artists today.
Yeah,
like,
but it's
He's not
because
even a
he-
fan.
Butterfly Effect,
I like-
Astroworld. Like,
that was post
I like A$AP better than-
Kardashian though. That was post.
the first album
Yeah,
that's
was
a good
huge
point.
before pre-Kardashian with the Goosebumps and
Yeah, it was good, but
There's
the
a
second
sen-
Astroworld was amazing too.
that's
Yeah, that
he
went
was
crazy.
already with- he was
Astroworld
already
went
with,
crazy.
There's a sample of
he was
All right,
already
big-
with.
No,
big
so what you're
critter,
saying
A$AP
is
Rocky.
there's a sample of Travis Scott's blood at the Kardashians' house right now.
Griselda, ASAP Rocky, you like Griselda. What about Big Sean?
Big Sean's one.
I
Big
like
Big
Sean.
Sean,
is-
I believe in you, man. I don't know what's
Meek Mill.
going on.
ASAP.
Meek Mill. What?
Sean.
That's tough.
Over Meek?
I like
Why?
Meek Mill.
What happened?
Wow.
I
So
like
if he's better than Meek to you, he's top 40 this decade.
Meek Mill.
because Meek is solid. Big Sean is
Yeah.
one of my favorites personally.
Big Sean. I
yeah.
like Big Sean too.
What about
Big Sean is out of the group. He's underrated.
Schoolboy Q?
Schoolboy Q
Oh
is tight.
yeah,
Schoolboy
Schoolboy
Q,
Q.
yeah,
Yeah,
his-
he's
Reasons?
tight.
Reasons?
Reasons, Logic.
No, there's another cat.
No,
named
there's Reasons too, but Logic.
He's the LA cat. Reasons. He's with
Logic is
TDE.
smooth.
Logic or ASAP.
ASAP.
Logic got
I know
Logic got bars
Logic
Really? You
though.
don't know who
but-
Logic is?
Logic got bars
Yeah.
Okay.
Logic
He
got
does,
Why he's
but
top 40, man? Come on, he's top 40.
ASAP.
Is he better than Logic to y'all?
though. MGK.
Is he better than MGK?
I'll take him over MGK.
Is he better
Okay,
than Logic? That's a good comparison.
I think Logic is more of a lyricist
Then
than
A$AP
ASAP.
Rocky don't.
He is. He's got that melodic like hip hop.
Yeah.
He's like that
ASAP does,
hip-hop.
yeah, melodies and
Yeah.
Yeah.
rap.
He's cool, bro. I like A$AP.
Well,
cool.
ASAP, I have a message for you.
Okay.
I thought you were out here playing checkers.
But you were really playing
Shit.
chess.
Right.
My nigga, you were playing chess.
Do you think?
Well played, my friend.
Just your face,
Nah,
face.
I
Well
have a
played,
conspiracy
my
question.
friend.
I have a
Oh,
conspiracy
okay.
question.
Okay, we're ready for it.
First part
Let's hear
is, does anybody think Drake is upset about this?
Oh, yes, he is.
Yeah.
Well, the word is that he unfollowed.
He unfollowed,
ASAP and,
yeah.
I don't believe them.
And
I don't know
Rihanna.
about that.
Now, do you think?
But it was a site that only got 10,000 Twitter followers, and I know this is dumb to base it. Well, how credible is a site that only got 10,000?
Yeah.
This how
So
you
that's
know.
the
How
logic
do
that I'm
you know
going
that?
on. That I don't think it's that credible that Drake really unfollowed both of them.
And
Was it on the National
Drake took
Enquirer?
ASAP on tour with him
do you-
back in the
okay,
day.
that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. So do you think that Rihanna had a baby with him because Drake had a kid?
No.
No, it was
Nah.
like Spike Revenge.
No, it's been a
Revenge
few
pregnancy.
years.
No,
I don't think
she'll
Rihanna
take it to
petty
revenge
like that.
pregnancy.
But
I
A$AP was
don't
locked
think-
up. Y'all just said that A$AP was locked up so she couldn't get pregnant.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
He out.
before the pandemic, he was locked up, and then when he got
That's
out,
what
that's
I'm
when they got
saying.
back together.
That's when Drake had his baby though. Before
No,
that.
Drake had the
Nah.
baby like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
The baby's like
Yeah,
the
4,
baby,
bro.
no, the baby
Baby's
look
like
grown. The
older.
baby's
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 like
like
4. He got
No, but they're speaking
curly-
French.
The baby's in
She said the baby
preschool.
is
The
grown.
baby's speaking
The
French.
baby's
grown.
and
He's a
stuff.
grown ass
The baby's
kid.
a
Yeah,
grown
he's
baby.
speaking
Grown
He's a
ass
grown
baby.
ass toddler.
Yeah.
Yeah, the baby
He
can
over
talk
there,
and speak
he's
French.
speaking over their
But Drake,
French.
but we do
and
think
stuff.
Drake's upset.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
He wanted to hit that raw first.
He did.
Let's-
He
let's
probably
keep it
probably
real.
did.
I don't know if
He
did.
probably did.
No, never.
Actually, no.
He
Actually,
did.
Chris
He
did.
did.
Actually,
No.
Chris
I don't know if
did.
he did. I won't
He did?
speculate on that.
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown.
No, I'm saying Drake wanted to
Think
hit it
Chris Brown-
before.
You don't think Drake and Rihanna ever got together?
I don't
Never.
think Chris Brown, man.
She never gave it to him?
You don't
No.
think so? I
Nah,
think
if it
she
was like
did.
Carucci,
You guys
that'd
think
be a
Chris
different
Brown
story.
is upset?
Yeah.
No, he moved on.
Chris
Nah.
Brown is breaking every last wall in his house right now. You know he got that anger issue.
That nigga.
My bad, Chris. I love you.
Chris alone.
Chris, I love you though.
Oh,
Chris
Chris, I
alone.
love
But
you.
we know you got an anger issue.
Leave
And I
Chris
know
alone.
you breaking shit right now. But we love you.
So
I swear to
listen,
God,
y'all
we love
y'all
you.
think Chris did a line of coke when the picture hit the web?
Nah, that nigga definitely is crumping right now.
Dig it
Oh my God.
Nigga in
He's
his
doing his
house.
iffy challenge.
He was-
He's mad.
With the
You
fellas,
think he danced outside? He went somewhere where it was raining and started dancing in the rain?
You think
Oh
you
my
got
God.
served?
if you
That's
guys were
funny.
single and you looked up and your ex, who's a billionaire now,
What?
and she was pregnant,
That's what I'm trying to
and
say.
Would that upset you?
Yes.
Even if you were successful
Oh,
though.
I'm about to say
Yes.
because it ain't like Chris
So I'm
Brown
like a
broke.
millionaire,
Chris
but
Brown
she's
got
a
money.
billionaire.
If she look like Rihanna, she's got $1 billion.
And
And
her
some
dude looked
Harlem nigga just broke
like a
inside her,
Harlem nigga with a perm.
my nigga.
That
Yeah,
does
you
count.
act like you
He
act
out
like
man
her
over the
pussy
Harlem.
had a fence around it and he broke the fence and
Yeah,
got
I
it.
know.
They have you like?
Some
Have you heard
She
people
likes
talk,
him too, Edward.
Have you heard people
She
talk
has
about
feelings for
Rihanna?
him as well.
Yeah, but he busted a full nut in there.
A full one.
Full baby.
Stay
thorough.
inside.
And
Thorough.
Rihanna, if I had Rihanna, if I was
Talking-
dating Rihanna,
Talking reckless.
Okay.
no,
If
for
you was
real.
dating
If I was
Rihanna.
dating Rihanna and then we broke up, and then later on, some dude with braids from Harlem broke a nut inside her. My
Who
God,
wears plaids?
I'd be pissed, guys. I'm pissed right now.
Are you sure have you broken any mirrors in your house?
Pissed right now.
Ed's got
Man.
broken mirrors.
Damn,
He's all
Ed got
sad.
broken-
I don't think
Mirrors
it,
right
I
now.
wouldn't be as mad. I have my time with her.
Man.
He all
You know,
following her.
I'll look at the pictures. Obviously, it's gonna be a mindful of damn when I was with her. If I'm following her, maybe I have to
Right,
unfollow to kind of not see it. But I ain't gonna be that mad. It's like no, I had my chance. That's not what I wanted with her. You know what I'm saying? Oh no. Well,
Okay.
you
That's
know,
Rihanna,
some
though.
cats who might be too cool to even, for
Oh,
Rihanna.
wow.
Like, let's keep it a buck. Like some dudes, their goal is not to just, have a kitty, no matter how fine or successful or pretty or whatever you think she is. If that's not your goal, then it don't phase you like that. Like,
But
that's
Chris
just-
Brown lost her, bro.
Chris Brown lost her, bro, and I'm
He
mad for
fumbled.
This
Chris.
is 10 years ago.
But he
Huh?
fumbled,
Years
bro.
ago.
Who cares?
If you fumbled in the
Yeah.
Super Bowl, would
Rihanna.
that bother you 10 years later?
If I what?
Yeah.
Fumbled in the Super Bowl, y'all never won.
For real.
Oh.
That's the thing.
That's
But,
tough.
it's different because football is usually somebody's life's passion, life's work. You dedicate every day to the grind.
We're talking
When you're with
about
a
Rihanna,
woman,
bro.
it's you have your time with them. It could be a couple years, couple months,
Fair.
couple weeks. It could be a fling. It could be whatever. And it just sometimes it can get whirlwind and emotional. But it's not like I've dedicated my life to this moment. Like it's not like I spent my whole life being raised to conquer Rihanna and make her love me and have the baby, and it didn't work out.
I thought I
Right.
was.
If I fit, you thought you were being raised.
Ah,
yes.
Maybe if it was
Yeah,
Carucci.
Were you ever in the same
Ed was ready.
vicinity or room as Rihanna?
Never.
And-
And that's why I'm upset too. But it is what it is.
That's crazy. Yeah, we'll talk. Yeah.
all right, let's you know what? I don't want Ed to
And
break
Ed's
down.
all still upset over
So,
Rihanna. He's
look,
all broken.
Did anybody
hearted.
watch the Janet Jackson documentary on
I
Lifetime?
know.
No,
I
I didn't
watched
get
it
a chance
because I'm the
to.
only true Janet.
Yeah, I didn't get a
Jackson.
chance
Nah,
to.
man,
Night
niggas
up
just
in
can't
here.
get
I
Lifetime.
gotta watch
It wasn't
it.
in the
Nigga,
package.
it's an easy download of the app.
It
Yeah.
wasn't in the package deal.
Package deal. All you
I
had to
gotta
do was
watch it
press
this
search,
weekend.
Lifetime, ad.
Add real quick.
First, but for the
I
I
gotta watch
recommend
it.
it.
For the free trial?
It was a really entertaining documentary.
Was it good?
Did
I
you
thought
learn
it was
anything
good.
new?
I did learn a couple of new things. I didn't know that that Janet used to experience like a huge level of racism. Even as the Jacksons were like big and a famous family and whatever like that, when they moved to Encino, they were the first black family in that neighborhood. And they used to
Encino's
call
pretty
her
white,
nigga.
yeah.
Okay.
And in school they used to like play with her hair and ask her like this and and it used to go like, does this come off? Like, so she had to deal
That's
with racism.
wild.
I didn't realize that like the Jacksons, when they decided to, there was a couple years in their history when the Jackson 5, their family moved to Vegas to do like a act. And they used to have like a live show. They used to have a weekly
Oh, yeah.
show. So they performed in Vegas when they weren't on TV, but they used to like they had a residency there. And I didn't realize that they were the first black group or whatever period to do the Vegas family act.
Yeah.
And
That's crazy.
Oh wow.
so yeah, so she was doing a lot as a kid, like being groomed to eventually be in the business, whether it was going to be singing, acting, or whatever. I didn't learn about the fact that when her and DeBarge got married, like I realized that the DeBarge family was huge. They had a couple songs. I didn't know that he was the one specifically who had one of the big extensive drug problems.
Yeah.
And like on their wedding night, they got married. And they were in some hotel in Michigan or in Flint, Michigan or whatever. And like he went away for like 3 hours doing drugs and left her in a hotel room on their wedding night. And she used to go in
wow.
LA. Used to drive around 3-4 hours in the
Wait, he
middle of
didn't
the
leave
night.
her no
looking for him.
drugs?
Lies.
Damn.
He
not
left her.
looking
He
for
left her no drugs.
Nothing.
He didn't leave her no drugs.
Yeah.
He went to go do the drugs. He did not leave
on,
Janet.
She was not looking for him.
Why you don't think
Rude.
so?
That's
That's
rude.
a lie. I was
Were you there?
no, but I was looking for the lies. But
You watched the doc too?
Oh.
no, I didn't
Lord.
watch it.
So you didn't watch it?
I'm not gonna
I
watch
didn't
it.
watch
Looking
the
for
doc.
lies.
Ed, come
That's
on,
a
what
lie.
Everything else sounds truthful, but I was looking for the lies. She was not out in no car looking for him. That's a lie.
She loved him.
Why wouldn't she
Man.
be?
Thank you.
Why
She's
you think
lying.
she was looking out for her lover?
Yeah. Why would she be?
I think she was looking out for
Bro,
him.
you
lying.
see she has one of the most kind,
Yeah.
tender,
Hey,
loving
look, man.
hearts.
Yeah,
You think
she's
Janet was
sweet.
out in the car looking for that?
At 2 in the morning. I
Absolutely.
think that-
He was light skinned. Of course he was.
It's not even about that. I think Janet really like loves
Out the
significant others. Like,
yeah.
clearly. Like,
JD.
I believe
JD.
I can believe that she
little.
sent security out to go look for him, or sent maybe one of the brothers to look for him. And
So
The
she
one of the
said-
brothers.
So you don't think that
Tito?
Janet was in the car?
Marlon?
no,
looking for her?
Who is she sending? Hey,
I
Jackie
know.
and Tito. Can you
Tito,
go
go
Can
get
you
him
guys
and
go
go.
like him?
Listen, I can believe if she had said in the documentary, I sent them out. And I would hope that they would whoop his ass when they found him, or something like that. But not that she went
That's
in
the
her
BET
car looking
version,
for
not the Lifetime.
Okay, so after
Yeah.
a year of that marriage got annulled. Her first 2 albums didn't work out because Joe Jackson was her manager, and they were just trying to have her sing more teeny bop songs, and she really didn't have any creative control on her projects. And on her 3rd album, which is very rare when
Joe
you
Jackson had
you
creative
strike
control on the
a
dance
lot
with
on the
him.
3rd album, but that's when
Yeah.
she worked with Jimmy Jam and Terry
Yeah.
Lewis and started
What a dude.
cultivating
Another
those
Nick
classic
Alexander.
albums like
Yeah,
Control,
Control.
Rhythm Nation, Janet,
Control.
Velvet Rope that we've seen and come to love and enjoy.
She came out with
Yeah.
that because
She
she,
was the
gained
first-
control, right?
What?
Yeah.
She came out with that album because she gained control finally, or
Yeah.
Well, it was about
Yeah.
it was the whole attitude
Break free.
in connection to her real life, where she didn't want control of her career, not
Right.
being told to do. So it was thematic. Like when they wrote
The
for her,
break
it was
from
always
Joe
about
Jackson.
what do you want to do, what are you trying to say,
Yeah.
how do we get there,
Yeah.
and they all got. And she used to write songs too. She wasn't just get into the booth
Southern?
and sing. She actually
Oh,
wrote songs
okay.
as well, like and was really into the collaborative process. When she finally went on her first big tour, she
You see
was
how
the
we doing
first. She has the biggest debut tour in history for an artist.
Oh wow.
So she didn't tour on the Control album, which sold I think 10 million albums worldwide.
Rhythm Nation,
She
or?
she first toured on the Rhythm Nation
Yeah.
album, and by
Okay.
that point it was like huge. So she was doing big arenas, big venues,
Okay.
and this was her first time. Usually when you tour, you're somebody's opener. You were on the road, then you become a headliner. When she started, she was already a big headliner.
She
because
said,
of
"Bitch,
the,
I'm a
Oh,
Jackson."
okay.
the success of the first
Like,
2
She
albums.
was already successful.
So that was
yeah.
something that I didn't know. And then she also at the time had the biggest recording contract in history for a female artist. I think
Mm-hmm.
she still has that to this day. It was like a $50 million deal from Virgin Records for like 5 albums or something
Oh,
like
wow.
that. So that was
Those records, I feel like those records are hard to beat now.
you can't get no. I mean,
Yeah.
big labels aren't giving those kind of album deals out anymore. Those
Right.
are- So at that time,
They're
you
not
know,
making money.
that was
When you
you
think
know,
about like, album
the,
sales,
the,
like
the peak height of the record industry with the CDs and sales. I
Yeah.
think that was just the time. So I doubt if anybody
80s,
breaks that record.
90s,
Yeah.
like any of those records, like even Michael Jackson. But yeah,
The second husband, who she was with for like 9 years, Renee Elizondo,
Yeah.
who was he was a filmmaker, and that was his background. And they worked very much in sync with like her visuals, her creative stuff, and he was like constantly like right there, like as a partner. Thing that he did that they put out for the documentary was that he always had his camera on, so he was kind of like the first dude doing like reality kind of show stuff because he had so much
We're gonna have
home
to watch
footage
this.
and travels
Yeah,
from their
let's
times
watch
on
this.
tour, rehearsing, meetings, studio, vacations. Like he was filming everything. Like even when she went to her mom's house one time, she's like, "Can you turn the camera off? Do you feel like answer this question?" The mom was like, "No." She was like, "Turn the camera off," and he just would not turn the fucking camera off. Like, and they had a fight. Like they showed the clip of them fighting because she's like telling him to shut the fucking camera off. He always kept the camera.
So that's
on.
real,
Alright.
right, Ed?
That's real.
That's real.
So like 8-9 years. Like I don't know if there were sex tapes, but
Man, this
there's
guy's spoiling
lots
it.
of other footage.
No, I'm sure there is.
And the breast that was covering Janet's
Yeah.
boobs in the cover where she was like this on the Vogue cover,
Or
those were
mine.
his hands.
Oh my bad.
So that's little.
You never knew those were
I
his
thought
hands?
those
No,
were
I didn't.
mine.
Oh.
I thought those were mine.
I'm trying to think what else.
I thought they were Williams.
The
Yeah.
reason.
Little baby hands. Like,
What
Johnny Mac, what up?
My baby.
I was like, my little baby hands.
He's all. He's
She
all
didn't.
like,
They didn't really
"That's
get too much
the
into the
way
Super Bowl
love
incident as far as to like
goes.
how the
Of course they
malfunction
wouldn't.
happened. No, like. But they
That's
did
the
talk
way
about like
love
how they went about it. Like
goes.
she said that she called Justin and told him not to make a statement. She said they're all directing this heat on me. You shouldn't put anything on yourself, so you don't say anything. He offered to make an apology or some statement. So it wasn't like Justin just was silent and let her go to rot. She told Justin not
Oh,
to
okay,
not
so
to
she
do
Now
did.
anything.
why?
Way to do
Okay.
it.
Because she said you shouldn't. They're
Live.
directing all this towards me. You shouldn't. I don't want you to get any heat for this or whatever like
That's
that.
because she planned it.
So
She
she
put the
planned
thing
it.
in. She put the
right?
thing in.
Ed, she got blackballed by radio stations and everything else
She planned
after.
it.
VH1, MTV stopped playing her records for her album that came out, and that was the
I mean,
first
I ain't
time
really
she had
no
a
singer or
number 2
nothing like
album
that, but, you
since
know.
before her successful
Their
album
plan
started.
didn't work. That's,
I can carry it
They
too.
Ed,
planned it.
that's not a plan that you go into thinking
I'm
that's
telling
gonna work. Ed.
I'm telling you.
Ed, come on, stop it, man.
I'm telling you.
Why would you purposely want to blackball your career when you are one of the
They
top
didn't know
artists
it was gonna be
doing
blackball.
a Super Bowl performance?
Yeah.
You know what I
It makes
mean?
no sense.
Hey,
They
you know,
didn't know she.
makes
Hey, you
no
know what's
sense.
crazier than
Yeah.
her titty coming out?
Yeah.
Ozark.
We're not there yet.
We're
Stop
not there yet.
This
We're
is
not there
Janet's
yet.
time, bro. She's a queen of pop, bro.
You about to tell the
Don't
whole
mess with
entire
Janet.
thing
Don't
before I
mess with
see it.
Janet.
Like,
Does it sound like something plausible in the meeting we're figuring out how can we get Janet's career back started.
There you go.
She's
Yeah.
doing the. Hold on,
You know why it doesn't make sense? Her last album sold like 8 million. She was a #1 artist still.
Right,
It
but
wasn't-
we just booked her for the Super Bowl, the
She-
largest
you know why she
stage
did it there?
in the world.
Because
Right.
she turned it down 2 other times because the other 2 times she was on tour, so she couldn't do it. So it wasn't like she couldn't have
Right.
done it before. It was the timing was right. She happened to be in the States
Yeah.
that February, so you know what? I finally get a chance to do the Super Bowl. This means a lot. Let's do it. And this malfunction unfortunately happened.
How is it a malfunction if you pull it off?
Why would you have that under there, Nick?
Thank
Why
you.
would you have it under there with all those points?
Right.
It can get snagged into your clothes and rip a
We
nipple.
got the visual. We saw it in the video that you shared today with the
Right.
Janet City
You don't need
But
that,
you
Janet.
don't think she wanted that to be seen?
It's
Exactly. Why would you
And
have
he's
it there?
like the points.
If it was a bare nipple, then I would have said, "Oh shit."
Somebody said
you
that
know what I
Janet.
mean?
Somebody said the
Yeah.
Janet
If it
story
was a
was
bare
really
one,
good.
fine.
Okay.
But this was
Yeah.
an elaborate one. You
An
wanted
elaborate
somebody
one.
to see it.
That's the way.
Bro.
It was
You
a
know?
star.
Yeah, the sun just
It was a
It was a
Exactly.
sun disc.
I claim malfunction. So
You claim
that happened.
malfunction.
She
It
took the heat.
doesn't.
The white stations blackballed her. They removed
Right.
the videos. Only the black stations and black support kept her going.
Mm-hmm.
We fast forward to the relationship with Jermaine Dupri. They were together about 7 years. They never lived together.
Oh wow.
And yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because at the time Jermaine had took a job at Virgin as an executive, so he was in Atlanta and she was in LA, and she had a house in Malibu. So then they were obviously together, but never living together that whole time they were together. When they asked Jermaine why do you think they broke, one of the reasons that led to them breaking up, he said it was because he was cheating on her. Janet said yes, while that happened, and both laughed when they brought that up. But she said actually the ultimate reason why they decided to really part ways is because she felt like he was just too busy. She was literally on the video saying, you know, it's like, I just want you to carve out a little time for me in your schedule. You're always at the studio, you're always at the record label, always at the club.
He's at the Freaknik.
Yeah, he's never spending, like, I want you to be home and spend time with me. And she just didn't feel like he was prioritizing that if they were really going to build a life
I'm
together.
sorry,
So
baby. I gotta make
So
what?
time.
could it
He had to
happen
make
now,
time
though?
for Lil Bow Wow.
I don't think so.
Oh.
She's like, they just wished them well. They're still good friends, but I don't see them getting back together. And then Janet
Why?
now has a 4-year-old
Yeah.
named Isan.
Yeah.
The
he's
era.
cool.
That
Era.
was, I believe, a planned situation because
Yeah.
not too long after she had the baby, they got divorced.
Yeah.
And
It was
You want an
a
Arab? He was Arab,
financial.
right?
Yeah.
He was a billionaire, right?
There was a lot of
He
money
He was a
involved.
billionaire. Yeah.
You know, if you look at Janet's dating history, she doesn't really discriminate. She's done black, white, Arab, Latino.
Yeah.
You know, I can't
Yeah.
really pinpoint what Janet's into. If Janet likes you, she likes you.
Yeah,
Right.
basically.
I think you have a chance of Janet is feeling you.
your energy.
Yeah.
All right,
basically.
Michael. Don't give me.
I know.
You're giving me Michael Latoya energy. I want that.
Latoya?
Latoya.
But I love Janet Jackson.
Did she say anything about Michael Jackson?
Oh yeah, it was very emotional about Michael. Like,
Aw.
still thinks about him to this day. They were very, very close. Michael and Randy are the youngest of the 9. So when they were growing up, they were very, very close. She felt like the
Margaret,
people that
yeah.
Michael had around him eventually like divided them. Like when they did the Scream video, that was the one and only song they ever did together. When they collabed on that, she said that she felt like the labels were almost trying to make it super competitive with them on the video set because on the shots where they weren't together, the labels would keep Michael separate from her and keep Janet separate from him, and then it just felt like a distant thing. So it wasn't even as fun as it would have liked to have been. Like the whole process, like the writing process,
Even though it
cool,
was dope.
But when they
Oh,
shot the
okay,
video,
yeah.
it was like a $7 million video. It was like way over budget, and yeah,
Damn.
she said that people got very much in the way. And then also like towards the last few years of Michael's life, when they were going through the trial and things like that, like she felt like his team of people would keep them very separate from the family, and that made it hard for them to keep their relationship
jumped up
going.
in this
But
thing.
she has no regrets because the last time she did see him at a
Raiders,
family
not
function, she got to tell him I love you. You know, they had a good time, but so she has no regrets on that part. But she definitely is still hurt over Michael to this day. And even Joseph, she said, you know, they got to kind of amend their relationship somewhat in Joseph's later years, and Joseph got to see her baby, so he got to finally see, because nobody thought Janet was gonna have a baby. That was the thing among through the family.
Yeah.
They didn't believe she'd have a baby. So, you know, and she's still gonna, you know, keep doing her thing. So, check it out on Lifetime.
Shout out to
I'm gonna
Janet.
watch
4
that.
parts.
Shout
Wow,
out to
yeah.
Janet. I'm gonna have to watch that.
I already know everything that happened.
She's not
Yeah.
Jewish then, right?
No, she's black on both sides, just like because her parents are both
She's
black.
not Jewish.
Just making
She has
sure.
black parents from Indiana.
You never know.
Yeah.
Never know.
What?
With that said,
Why would you ask that question?
What? I know.
Speaking
Where
on
did
black-
that
Said,
go? He go.
Whoopi
he
So it is
was
black.
saying-
So it is Black
Whoopi
History
Goldberg-
Month.
Speaking of Jewish and black
He was
people,
gonna go with.
let's
go
do a
right into
transition.
Whoopi.
You want to get into Whoopi on?
We can go
on
right
the
into
View?
Whoopi.
Oh,
Alicia,
yeah.
do you want to take it in on this ABC Whoopi Goldberg issue in The View?
Yes, I will. Bring it into.
Yeah, she got
The
suspended.
Whoopi Goldberg
weeks.
issue.
Yeah.
Yes. So ABC suspended her for 2 weeks for making comments and a statement that the Holocaust was not about race. Was this justified for her, or was it about race? Was it?
Did you guys watch the clip?
Did you guys watch the clip? Yeah, I watched the clip.
I watched it too. I
Um,
didn't see any malice in her statement. I don't see why.
There might not have been malice in the statement, but
It was
it's
the-
touchy when you talk about Jewish people in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any comment you make,
Yeah.
Well, referring to the Holocaust because Jews feel like that attack was just specifically on their group of people, which
Their
yes,
race. Yeah.
that would be
yes,
technically about race then,
but
Race.
or at least
Yeah.
part of it would be. Yeah.
but it's the thing is there's a line because some people don't consider
Yeah.
Jews a race.
yeah.
It's a religion
'Cause-
that you practice, but
right,
it's not
Jewish.
a race.
Okay.
And that's where I think her opinion was coming from.
Right.
She was looking at it as actual race,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah, the
I
actual,
don't want to say
because-
she dismissed it, but she kind of forgot that.
Right.
The German Nazis thought that they were a superior race and
Right.
looked at the Jews as a non-superior race, which is.
And they're both white people.
But they're both
technically.
white.
Right.
Yeah, I think.
Well,
yeah.
no, I don't think Jews
Okay,
are white.
you want to chime in on that? Go ahead.
Wait.
I guess for me, I don't feel that Jewish people are white.
The ones that you see here,
So
like
what-
the ones.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's American, just like, okay, let me put it to you this way. Latinx, there's a lot of Mexican people who think that they're white, but
Okay,
really
yeah.
they're Mexican.
Yeah.
And so, and they blend in, get the blonde hair, you know, straight, and they blend in. But that's how I look at it as Jews, is they come to America and then they become blended in as white.
the
But
Jews
really,
right.
Jewish people, I've always thought of them as a different race, because in my mind, I'm thinking Jesus was Jewish, then that means he would have been white. And I don't
Jesus
believe he
definitely-
was white.
He
So,
was-
To our
Jesus-
listeners,
Jesus
Jew-
came from
But-
definitely
Jerusalem.
black.
yeah, but
Right.
he was
Can I give
Jewish.
the
He
actual
was
history
Jew-
on
yeah.
the Jewish culture?
Yes,
yeah.
break
Let's
it
do
down.
that. Break it
yeah,
down,
I would
Nick.
like
Hold on,
Nick
let's-
to.
let's-
No,
yeah.
go ahead.
Well, you know,
Tell them.
He's the most well read in the Bible, and
because they were like that Middle Eastern group of people.
See, and that's how I look
Right.
at Middle Eastern. Yeah.
So that's where I get a little
Hair
confused.
like wool.
And this is
Yeah.
where, I'm pretty sure we're not going to have any Jewish listeners chime
No, we
in.
do. We got plenty of Jewish fans, right?
But
I'm just saying. I
Here's
think
where-
we appeal to.
Nah,
we
but
ride,
we ain't
saying
us
disrespectful.
We just, we
minorities,
spit some
I
info.
guess we kind of ride with you guys no matter what.
Right.
But, and
Uh-huh.
I brought this up in the chat, I kind of want to know, what are you guys putting on your job application when they
Oh, I put
ask
other.
about race, If you're putting white now, should we ride with you? I don't know.
What
But if you're
indus-
putting
what
other,
industry?
okay.
Other.
Because,
See,
You know,
that's
if you're
what I
putting
figured.
other, then
Jewish is a religion, Judaism. But there
That's-
are
yeah.
there are countries
Judaism.
that
Yeah.
have people who are white, basically, who just who practice that religion. Like if you're
Yeah.
from Poland, you're
Yeah.
Polish, but you're a Polish Jew, but you're still a white person.
Yeah.
You're just a Polish descent.
Okay.
I'm chime in
No,
real quick. So
let's see,
I
let's see what Nick
Let them
said.
chime in,
actually
yeah.
teach this history,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
That's why he was like, "Let me hear what
Yeah,
y'all."
but
Yeah.
you went. That's why I let A go first. But I actually teach this history. So if anyone who doesn't know, there's a reason that Europeans call themselves Jewish. They don't call themselves Jews. There's a very specific reason for that. Jewish is a culture, is a religion. It's not a race of people.
It's not a
Yeah,
race.
yeah.
To be a Jew is to be a race of people. Jew is short for the name Judah. You're signifying you're from one of the 12
One
tribes.
of the tribes, yeah.
That's what you're saying if you call yourself a Jew.
Yeah.
I'm a Jew by culture. That's actually my actual culture.
Yes.
If I'm saying I'm Jewish, that means ish means
That
like
I'm
like
subscribing
red,
to the
blackish,
one of the tribes.
reddish.
Right.
That
Yeah.
means I'm being like it. So
Right.
what they're telling you by
Jewish.
calling yourself Jewish,
Half
you're telling somebody that you're taking somebody else's culture
Yes.
and you're practicing that culture. That's what a Jewish person is by definition.
definition.
This
Okay.
this is what Hitler's problem was with the Jews.
Right.
Yeah.
It wasn't that they were different races of people. His issue was they were practicing a black culture.
Yeah.
This
His
was
mind. Yeah.
See,
no,
that's
no,
what I
not in
thought,
his
yeah.
mind.
Not in his mind.
This is what he said. This was the issue.
Yeah.
This is the only issue with those people was he wanted white people to be proud to be white people.
Right.
He didn't want white people practicing other people's cultures.
Right.
And
He
because
felt
they
it
were
was-
practicing a black culture,
Yeah.
that's why he took it out on them what he did.
Right.
So I understand the true history of that. So when I see white people say Jewish, I know what they're actually saying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
They're taking our culture and running with it.
Running with it. Yeah.
Right.
So I don't,
Because
Oh, okay.
yeah. So,
Yeah,
and,
to-
That really
and
broke it
because
down, yeah.
With a
because
little
when
more,
you-
with a little more history on that, because Nick brought up that I've read the Bible a few times. To understand like the tribe of Judah. Okay, so there's your 12 groups that were
12
under
that
other,
originated in Northern Africa.
yeah, and they were like the sons of like Jacob, or who was later named Israel. So the tribe of Judah became one of the more popular. One of the more popular tribes, and they had like they were the larger one and they were more
Gotcha.
popular. So for
What it do though?
Exactly. They take the
Culture
culture
and
and
teachings.
yeah,
And
they
then put their own sauce on it, and then they teach it to the people that they are procreating, have their
Yeah.
communities with. But
Right.
those are white people, but they learned it from a black
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
But
Right.
that's why when Whoopi's saying what she's saying, it's a human thing, because technically
Exactly.
it was
White folks.
white Germans
Right.
committing crimes and sins against white Jewish people.
But
Or
see,
white Jews.
I think that
White
Jew-
on white
and
crime.
Like
this
they didn't
is-
do this on black
Oh,
Jews.
so-
They didn't bother.
Right.
They didn't
Just Jews.
exterminate. They didn't do this with. I don't think so.
No, they did. It was
Okay,
it,
they
it's
did.
like, it was actually illegal for a black person to call yourself a Jew at one time.
Okay, so okay,
You
my-
gotta-
I,
yeah, you
I
would
stand
be killed.
corrected.
You'd
And
be killed for
actually,
saying that
Hitler
you were a
didn't
Jew.
like obviously any race.
Well, Hitler, yeah, he was
I
just,
mean,
Hitler
but
was
the
crazy.
primary
Yeah.
focus of who he was targeting were the white Jews.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
When I hear these things in the news, I always wonder why white people get upset about the conversation.
The outrage was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I honestly feel like it's because they're hiding something. Is why
Yeah.
the outrage is there. Because, like you said, when you actually look at the comments anybody ever makes about the situation, it's never nothing offensive. If anything, it's ignorance.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think that the outrage is coming from the side that doesn't want you to look into what actually happened.
Yes.
Like, people, if you don't know this, there were no Jewish people before 1948.
For real.
So there was not. That should scare you right there.
That's
so anybody,
and that's after the war.
my grandmother's
Yeah.
older than that.
Right.
So that means these people didn't exist before she. So that doesn't even make sense.
Right.
Wow.
So when you look at the actual history and what they're actually trying to propagate, it's a little scary and it's a lot deeper than.
Yeah.
So that's why I think they go so hard at people who say anything about that situation because they
Yeah.
don't want to shine a light on
On what the real.
what the real issue is.
And that's why
Right.
a lot of us felt like, and Whoopi, and this is the thing. Hey, you're on a network. They have guidelines. They have all these people they got to answer to. So when that happens, a company has to apply the name, and you apologize. And hey, she didn't think she was above just dying on that hill, so she apologized.
She
She
apologized,
did. She came out with a really
And
good
she,
apology statement.
and she back to her statement or whatever like
How
that.
to
She
do
was
Jay
like,
Ali.
I'll accept the suspension. I don't think it was warranted,
Me neither.
but
Nah, she shouldn't have
I think it was longer than what
I
it
think they
should
just
have
they,
been.
they
2 weeks?
caved to the social media pressure.
Yeah.
I don't even
2
think they should have
weeks.
suspended her. I think they should have just made her make the public statement that she was apologizing.
sorry,
That would have
yeah.
been
And then
more.
we
But I
done
felt like
with-
she probably would have fought that. Like if they would have tried to go on air and apologize and this kind of, I think
Or
she
tweet
would,
it.
Yeah.
Hey, tweet it.
Yeah, she did
Tweet it.
whatever.
Tweet
she
it and
did.
then go back to
Tweet.
work.
Yeah, go back to
But-
work.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But they're trying to make a level playing field with all the stuff that's going on. Anytime somebody says
Yeah.
something that's slightly off, they get suspended
Listen,
or lose their job.
That's
Yeah.
why again I want to say,
yeah.
if you Jewish people out there, the white ones, I have no problem with y'all. But if you're on a job application, you're putting white to get that job, we have a problem. Okay? If you're putting other, we're
His
good.
face.
If you're putting other,
That's
we're
facts.
good.
His face.
But if you're putting white, we have a problem.
I always put Native American on mine.
Really?
Facts.
Are you
You're
Native
putting white.
Yeah.
Oh, then okay.
Technically,
I'm not
we
gonna
all
question.
have
Yeah.
some
No, yeah,
rootage.
black people were here first. Nigga, I'm Native American.
Right.
You think that helps you get the job or no?
No.
I'm just being honest.
I
I don't think black is gonna help me.
Like,
I don't think
Guys,
black's
I
gonna
put
help
white
me.
every time I'm on
Nah,
a
it
job.
definitely
It
don't
helps
help.
to get the job.
Yeah, white's not gonna. I
Right.
mean, black's not gonna help for
Retention
sure.
And if that's
Right.
the case, then us black people, they should take off the black line
Right,
on
okay,
no
yeah.
job
Black
application.
African American, take that shit out.
Take it off and let us put other. And then when we show up and we're like
I mean, technically,
two tones,
other.
technically
you
I
know?
do put other.
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
put other
No,
because
yeah.
I'm
I put
other.
black or other.
I put
Yeah.
the same
I
thing
put
that
other,
that
too.
Jew
It
guy
depends
put.
on
I
what
try to
it's
put
for.
Caribbean.
You know,
Caribbean.
for real.
Try to keep it. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Let's keep it real because
The
it
first.
you can't
people in
single them
America.
out. They don't want to be
Right.
singled out, right?
Yeah.
That's what it is because they don't put "Are you
Bipolar
Jewish" on this line. Because what would happen if they put "Are you Jewish" for this job on this line? They what? Man, all these banks will close down tomorrow. Because all these Jews would be like, why are you putting on job applications a Jewish line? Is the Holocaust going to start again? Okay, so if that's the case,
there's a whole strip of just.
exactly.
wow.
If that's the case, then they need to take black or African American off all those job application lines because we don't know if we're being singled out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
There's diversity.
Just leave
there's
us a
diversity
line
quota.
other. It should be white and other because then you're singling everything out. If Jews aren't going to take it, then we shouldn't take it either. That's my opinion. You know what? You know what?
That's good.
Because if ever a job, Amazon, whoever, you ever
Amazon.
saw that and they
Yeah.
found out, what would happen? What?
Because I
Some of
question
them you
that.
could just leave
What?
it blank. Like you don't have to fill
No,
it
because
in.
you got to think
Still
about
though,
it.
then
I mean,
Because you think about all
they're
the
not even on there.
all the agendas that they're trying to put out. Like for
Exactly.
example, like even with like not just job application, but like the vaccination status.
yeah.
Like it's
No,
like,
your
hey, you're about to get
gender.
vaccinated.
Huh?
Your
Are
gender
you black,
too.
white?
Even gender.
Female,
Which
male,
shot should I give you?
and then it'll say something else,
Right.
and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, so.
But don't you think you should discriminate or somewhat?
Man, that's a tough conversation. We gotta save it for
Does
another
that
time.
apply too for like schools too?
It's a tough one.
Oh.
Because like when you apply to go to college, I mean, black, white, should it just be white and other? Like
Should be white and other.
some
Absolutely.
Some people getting in school just because they black.
Okay,
Yeah.
if
Well,
we
Or
do
they
it,
might
so
have a
you saying Asians should
percentage.
be
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the-
you might be
Asians
right.
because there's certain
just have
percentages
Yeah.
they gotta
Asians
get.
and
yeah,
other.
because the point is
Latino and
if
other
they
bubble.
they suspended her
Yeah.
for saying that Jew is not a basically saying that the Jewish
It's
Or
not
the
is not a
phones.
race. All right, so if it's
The
not a
phone is
race,
on.
then if you guys are a race,
Yeah, the phone is on calling.
you know what I'm trying to say. If you guys are a race, then why aren't you on job applications?
Uh-huh.
If you are a race, right, you want to suspend her, but you don't want applications for there to be. But meanwhile, we're on job applications as a
God
race.
always put that we black.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So that's fucked
facts.
up.
Let's go to the phone. We have a caller. Okay.
Oh.
You know what I'm trying to
You
say?
got
That's
somebody
fucked
trying
up.
to call in. I'm
You
putting the
you
number
gonna
up right now,
suspend her
y'all.
and say, no,
Okay.
we're offended. We are a race. Okay, so why aren't you on job applications? And we are here.
Right.
You know what I'm trying to say? We are. We
Oh,
being,
yeah, I see what you're
You
saying.
get what I'm trying to say?
I just put
Because
the
it doesn't say Middle
I just put the
Eastern.
number in
Exactly.
the
It
chat.
doesn't say Middle Eastern.
I don't,
It doesn't
I don't
say
see
Jewish.
that on there.
You
on
guys
the...
are suspending her.
They say Hispanic
It's
and black
a-
on that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All the time.
What? They'll
Oh,
go,
yeah, all the
they'll break
time.
it down and say, I'm black, but not of Hispanic. Or they want to
Yeah,
break
or
it
white
down.
and Latino.
They
not
wanna
of
break it down.
Hispan- Yeah, it'll be
Latino.
like weird.
Pacific
like-
Islander.
But
Yeah,
you guys
Pacific-
aren't.
They trying to know who you
And here's
niggas
the
out
hit,
there.
Jews.
They should really go in there and like
That's
put
what you
that shit
put
in there.
in
You should be like, I am
Pacific
Pacific
Islander.
Islander.
Yeah.
My
And
name
I'm
is
not.
Mother
I'm not
Side.
mad, but I'll lean off after this.
Lena.
It's messed up. You guys own a lot of companies, and you guys finance a lot of companies,
Yeah.
and you want to
in,
suspend somebody for
guys.
saying that you're not a race,
We
but at the same time on job applications, you guys aren't listed there,
quick.
but you're letting the other races be listed. That's
Yeah.
fucked
Cool,
up.
we got a caller.
Caller.
Caller, what's
That's
your name?
fucked
Where you
up.
calling from?
Yeah.
The most important thing.
Wait,
Vernon.
what's your
No,
name?
we said
Oh,
tonight. You
Vernon.
can't say nothing no
What's
more.
up, Vernon?
The most important thing
Uh-huh.
is that they're going to make her jump through hoops, just like
For
they
real.
did Nick Cannon.
For real.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
know?
Forgot about that.
Because
come on.
Nick said that he said something about Jewish people being black.
Uh-huh.
They were pissed.
Yeah.
So
You want to pull up the clip where Whoopi's on the View, just to
But see,
hear
the
exactly
thing
what she
with
said.
Whoopi is that she said what she said,
Right.
and they was like, "Oh, well, we can't allow you to say what
Yeah.
you want to say, but we can." But they're not allowing anybody to say anything negative about their culture because
Right.
their culture is based on, like Nick said, a lie. And they don't want everybody
Well,
to
we
know
gotta be
that you
careful.
stole some shit from somebody that y'all claim
Hey,
that
cut the camera.
y'all don't have nothing to do with. And they don't really like us too tough anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get that understood.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, we gotta be
And
careful.
can you? And if you were to try to move into their neighborhood,
Call in.
ain't
That's
let
another
that shit happen either.
You know.
Oh,
And-
yeah,
and
that's true.
Try to marry one of their men. Try to marry one of their men or their women. You must convert
You
into
gotta convert,
their
yeah.
culture
Right.
to fit in.
Hold on, Vernon.
You can convert.
No, bro. Listen. When I first moved to the valley, I tried to date a Jewish chick, whatever that is, Middle Eastern chick. Her dad set me down in the living room
You must convert
and said, "No, that was no, Vernon. That wasn't an option. That wasn't an option."
He didn't let you.
He told me to my face, "I like you. You're a good kid. I like your family. You will never be with my daughter."
Damn.
Wow.
No, but you weren't converted at that
I
point.
said, "Why?" He said, "Because you're black."
Well, see, that's
Damn,
the thing
he,
now.
he kept it
And
real
then-
with
and
you.
then-
Like,
Some folks bold like
yeah.
that.
He passed me a Coca-Cola and told me his wife would be done with dinner in a minute. So he
Sheesh.
wasn't
So-
mad at me.
Yeah.
He
did
just
the
kept it
opposite.
He just
100.
kept
He
it
just kept
100.
posting.
Like,
He was like, "Look,
you.
bro, this is my family. This is my daughter. I spent
Wow.
money to send her to college.
Yeah.
Do all of this shit. Ain't
My-
no niggas finna come in here and interrupt this."
My
Wow.
kids,
Well,
my
that's
kids
why
will
when
not
I-
be
Thanks,
light
Vernon.
skinned.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Vernon.
Vernon.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
why I
so-
want to be careful. You know,
Wow.
I don't have a problem with
Somebody
you
else
guys.
is
'Cause I know you guys can shut it down.
What?
I know they can shut it down, but I don't have a problem with it. But are you riding with this? you wanna
Hold on.
say
The Jews, they just text bomb threat. They said we gotta-
y'all
Too
wanna
much.
Oh, we
say,
heard about Ed.
but
Ed
they can
is
shut it
there.
down. We know they can shut anything. Come on.
Yeah.
Now
Oh, yeah, especially
y'all
in
want to
Hollywood.
say,
Yeah.
you know, I'm good with that. I'm okay with that
Yo,
because
that's
guess
when
what?
you
It
popped up
did
in here,
happen.
Nope.
You know, I'm not gonna front like it didn't happen. This guy tried to wipe you guys out.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, millions.
Exactly.
He not us though.
And he was saying he was about white supremacy. Well, we had the same problem. You know, black people had the same
We
problem.
fighting
Now,
the same battle.
exactly. Now, are you riding with us or is it fake? Because if it's fake and this is really about some, you know, and I want to be careful with saying this. If this is identity theft, so you guys can get Israel over there, you ain't gonna get it. But if it's not identity theft, you know, if it's not identity theft, and you guys are riding with us, and
Be our ally.
at the end of the day,
For
you
real.
know you're gonna need the real person to get that
do be
space
nice.
over there. Make sure
Call
you're
in
riding
now.
with us, because at the end of the day, we need that and you need that to survive. So that's all I'm saying. You know what I'm
Right.
trying to say? That's all I'm saying.
And to the Jews, I just
Go
want to say
ahead.
I love Seinfeld. I love Curb Your Enthusiasm. You know what I'm saying?
I love all that. I love all
I
that.
love that.
Ashkenazi, Hanukkah.
You know the Ashkenazi family? That's
Yeah.
No. So
Ashkenazi,
any
yeah.
white person calling themselves Jewish, right? What they're saying is they're part of the Ashkenazi Jewish family.
Yeah,
right?
which is
Uh-huh.
Russians.
yeah.
So they're telling you that they're not actual Jews. That's why they call themselves Jewish.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. So
Kinda.
they're not actually
Blackish.
Jews. They know that. You should know that.
Yeah.
Just don't say it in public.
Yeah.
I'm surprised
Right.
they have.
Wonder
But-
why
but we're
they,
allowed to say
you know,
blackish in
somebody
public.
asked me that one time if I was, and I was like, you know, I just did the DNA test and it said 3%.
Ashkenazi.
Yeah.
Really?
It broke it down. It said 10% black,
Oh, you good then?
3%. It was like, I swear to God,
You
I
got
did the
3%,
whole
you in
DNA.
Hollywood, baby,
You-
let's
you
go.
Good. I was like 3%. I was like, okay. Native American. I was like, okay.
You in there? You
So
rooted.
it gave all kinds of stuff.
Lisa out here
European.
rooted,
It,
y'all.
it broke it down, but I forgot somebody had asked me that one time. It was kind of weird. It was like odd. Like I've never been asked that before, and I was like, actually, it said 3% on my DNA test, but
Ashkenazi.
That's
I don't know
crazy.
if you count
Is
that.
it Norma
Well, we'll
Celine? How you
see.
doing?
Yeah, like
Shall see.
Yeah. Shout out to the Jews.
Yeah.
Wish you.
Jewish,
Jewish.
Jewish.
Shout out. We love you,
And
but
talk
Whoopi,
Yeah.
and Whoopi Goldberg, we love
yeah,
you too.
you know
Whoopi
she
Goldberg,
wasn't
we love you
shitting on
too.
y'all. You
And
guys know
plus,
she wasn't
We
shitting
know
on
you.
y'all.
We know
The
you didn't
other
mean no harm.
co-host-
Yeah.
The other co-host, she
Joy
is
Behar.
Jewish. Yeah.
Yeah. She is.
So
Was she offended when Whoopi said what she said?
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was kind of getting a
she was
little
kinda-
offended
yeah.
in her reactions in her
Yeah.
face.
I respect it.
Yeah.
She's offended. Then. It is what it is.
All right.
Nah, 'cause you
Yeah.
gotta think about the terms. Like if somebody says something like that towards us,
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
slavery wasn't
Yeah.
about race. How would you guys?
Yeah,
feel?
you know, well,
like,
Yeah,
but it's
if,
one
Yeah.
thing if
you
it
get
was.
what I'm saying?
if a white
but-
person says that,
No.
We're good.
if they're on a panel with a black person, they say, well, slavery wasn't about race. It was just one human conquering another human.
You guys think slavery is
About black and white?
Not
Let me tell you.
necessarily, but it
First
has-
of all,
it
let's
plays a
just say
factor.
this.
I don't
Then
think
we
it's
can
not
move
about
on.
black and
I don't
white.
think it does play
Let
a
me
factor.
just
in
say
there.
this,
Oh.
and then we can move
It has
on.
to.
We
it is Black History Month, so
Yeah.
break it down. I
Are
need
you
to
tr-
hear
what-
this.
what
I
you
need
trying
hear
to
this.
say,
I'm not
Brother
saying
Nick?
That's
Brother
it.
Nick.
East
but-
Indians are dark.
exactly. So
Mm-hmm.
you know
Yeah.
when they first
Super
got
dark.
here, they tried to enslave the Native Americans.
No,
Oh
they
yeah,
Huh?
did. They did.
And then
Yeah,
the
they
Native
did.
Americans said, "We would rather die than work for you pale."
But didn't they show them
Yeah.
how to hunt,
They
how to
fought.
how to eat and everything, and then they learned these tools and then
Yeah, they did.
betrayed
That-
them?
No.
Everybody
No,
learns
not
that
all of
when they
them.
go to another place.
If you read Christopher Columbus' diary,
yeah.
you can actually read the account of what took place. When Christopher
Yeah.
Columbus got off the
Oh,
boat,
I'm sorry.
he had a Hebrew translator with him. He said, "These
Yeah.
are the nicest people I've ever met in my life. We must take them into captive."
Yeah.
He immediately kidnapped the people the first day on the island.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as he met them, he said they were so nice, he got to take them back to Europe. He kidnapped them, took them back to Europe, and enslaved them. And that's what started the slave trade.
Mm.
Because once
Mm-hmm.
they seen how docile these people were, how nice they were, they said, we got to get the rest of them.
So greedy.
You can read
Yeah.
this. This
That's
is
that
in
bullshit.
Christopher Columbus' diary. You can actually read the
Such a
accounts of
Mm-hmm.
what took
motherfucker,
place.
yeah.
So, yeah. It's,
I can't believe we
interesting.
actually celebrated this dude for like hundreds of
Yeah.
years. Growing
Right.
up, the
had
Mignata,
to
the
fight for
Pinta, and the
Juneteenth.
Santa Maria. Man,
Yeah.
Fuck that dude.
Ain't that crazy, man?
Yeah.
That's
Go to
Everybody's
school
like, he's the father
praising
of
a
this
slave
nation.
master.
I think
Yeah.
what ended up happening with slavery and black people is just that we were so easy to identify. You know?
In
No,
Africa?
we also looked at as
'Cause
labor.
we were-
looked
I mean,
at
we're
as
stronger. We're
disposable
strong.
People looked at as disposable people because
Right.
we were
No, I think-
manipulated in a sense.
Well, because indentured
You're not taking
servitude
back-
did exist. There were white, you know.
We
in-
owned slaves too in Africa. Like, let's not
Yeah,
get
yeah.
twisted.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think what ended up happening with us is that they said, dang, you know what? We found a slave, easy to identify. We can keep them enslaved for generations because we can identify them. You know,
Yeah.
I don't really think, I mean, it's possible, but I don't really think they saw us as inferior. I think there's other entities or other people that were involved that tried to install that propaganda.
inferior
But
too
I
if I
don't
was
think in the
fostered.
beginning they actually saw other.
Belief early in European culture was that
Mm-hmm.
it's in the Bible too. They got it from the Bible. That they said it was in the Bible. It was God's will for them to take
Into-
black people into captivity and put them into slavery. This is what they preach to the world to make it okay.
Right.
So this is what they honestly
Said it was
believed
religious.
going into the mission.
Wow.
But I don't think the smart
That's why
ones,
you
like
have-
the
that's why
explorers,
you-
I don't think they.
This is in
Well,
Christopher
But that's
Columbus.
why. But that's why you have
More
these like
evil
pure
apples
white
than good
Christian.
No,
They-
I think
they
it's
wrote this
propaganda
down.
that was put. There's that.
But that was like their
propaganda built by
They
the
put
people.
that in. That's why you have like all these pure white nationalist
Yeah.
Christians. Like I'm super Christian. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Christopher Columbus it's their right as white
Manifestation.
The
men.
God-given right.
Yeah.
Their God-given right to take these people into captivity. You feel me? So he
Right.
comes to America. He enslaves what the Bible calls are the Israelites.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then he goes to the west coast of Africa, where the rest of these people are, and enslaves those same groups of people.
Ghanaian and everything. Yeah.
What are the odds of that? And I don't think it's a racist thing because East Indians are dark skinned.
Yeah.
There's dark skinned
Yeah.
Chinese. There's islanders who are dark skinned.
Right.
So I don't think it was
There's
ever
lot
a
of,
color issue.
Latino.
I don't think it's a thing about our skin color.
Oh, they
Yeah.
were just trying to.
I think it's
We
it's
just
a,
so happen to be
That's
this
no.
particular.
I think they know
specific group.
exactly what they're doing and exactly who they're targeting.
So again, if this is about identity theft, you guys aren't getting anything. Well, I mean, if
They got the land, shit. I mean,
it doesn't matter.
Right.
What? The other side will blow them up before. I mean, I'm not trying to
Yeah,
get.
wait,
Hey, get your
Who's
cousin,
the other
bro.
side?
What you doing, bro?
Wait,
Hey,
what?
the words of
No,
Malcolm
talk
Ed
about
are
it.
not the
It's
views
all right.
and thoughts
My bad, guys.
of co-host of the No Name Podcast.
Chill.
And what you been
guys.
drinking? Let's move on. Next
Hey,
topic.
who's the other side?
Nick, what's
Who's the
good?
other
I
side?
tell you
Hey,
what's
you on my
good.
show, Ed.
Ozark.
Hey.
Ozark.
is good.
Man,
Who's the
All right,
other
all right.
side?
Hey, y'all,
Who's
we
the
got
other
a
side?
caller. We got a caller.
Hey, say your name and where you're calling.
Calling
Even if it's
from.
Vernon, say your name and where you're calling from.
Really, Will?
you can't just come in
Will, he
hot.
said Will. It was Nick.
You just gonna bust out a piece of chicken on the
Black History Month. Black History Month.
Hey,
Hey,
and
it's Black
he
History
did
Month,
too.
brother.
He all into it.
Really?
It's
You
Black
just
History
gonna bust out a
Month.
piece of chicken on the radio?
And his
Like,
Wingstop.
Hey.
You know, we have enough stereotypes
He's
as it
sucking
is.
on that
And he
bone, boy.
been over here. I know. He been over here the whole time.
Hey,
Will is hungry.
Is that lemon pepper?
Y'all.
That's lemon pepper, ain't it?
I got ranch,
Yeah.
barbecue, lemon pepper. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Wingstop.
I was gonna avoid that, Vernon, but
hey, but real talk. I mean, let's
You
correct.
know what? I hadn't
Hey,
caught him. He had been sneaking it for an hour. I hadn't
know.
spotted the chicken
We've been
until
watching it.
Vern
We
called
were
him
like-
and said it.
Let's check this out. So,
Bastard.
check out my technique. How am I doing with eating it?
Did it, you were smiling too, and I'm like, no, he ain't.
Vernon, look at
Is he?
I know damn well this brother ain't sitting on his smiling eating chicken.
Yes.
And crunching with it too.
get the gristle. You can't leave the meat on it.
You can't
Hey,
look.
he go. Look at. He
Look at the
did.
technique, though.
Look at
Look
that.
at the
Look at that,
technique.
Vernon.
You are black.
That's
Well, you
strong.
want compliments for being able to get the chicken off the bone?
I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
This is it's in your genetics to get chicken off the bone correctly.
Right, or
I've never seen a white person clean the chicken.
They don't clean the chicken ones. We know how to
they
do this.
don't. There be pieces of chicken still in the...
Party, or are you just gonna just do it yourself?
Are you guys gonna eat parties or you guys throwing a party?
We might get
don't
together,
know.
I want to keep the
Depends,
line
both.
open.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna throw anything together myself. I'm gonna
Yeah,
wait and see
it
what
depends.
falls.
Everyone come to my house.
Because there's stuff that
You
might
gonna
be
throw
popping up.
Why not?
Yeah, it's out here, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's out here.
It's gonna be crazy out here.
Yeah, it's
Thank
gonna
I'm
be
throwing
wild
up.
out here.
Point that out, Vernon.
I'm
Thanks,
not-
Vernon.
I'm gonna throw a big party at SoFi Stadium, so if you guys want to come join
Shout
me,
out to Vernon.
Let's go to the parking lot.
SoFi.
just load up.
SoFi.
Just load. I just need 6,000 a piece, and then like we
entry.
can load up.
All right.
Chicken
let's-
wings,
let's-
Wingstop.
Let's pivot off of race talk.
Yeah,
off of
that's-
black
just
talk,
chicken
bad.
wings. We're not
off
saying
of,
who this is from.
yeah.
You paying us.
These are just
Oh,
my
yeah,
opinions,
yeah.
guys. Please. These
Yeah.
are just my opinions.
These are just Ed's
Yeah.
opinions.
My opinion.
So
they
when
do not
something goes
reflect.
down,
solely
take
Ed's.
Ed. Okay, so just take
No,
Ed. like,
We
My bad.
apologize.
Yeah, guys. So we're gonna shift over something a little more
Hey, Bob, you
positive,
should come
a
over
little
here for this
more.
as
Well, wait. Before we go positive,
Before we go positive,
I'm just gonna touch on the
one
Chris.
more, we're gonna harp on one more thing.
No,
about
just
race?
saying the no,
no.
the Chris
You
Brown
got-
accusation.
what else do you got? Oh.
No,
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right,
You talking
all right,
about
that'll be the
Chris
last of the
Brown?
pop culture.
The
So go ahead, Elise. Ada, talk
okay,
about Chris
so-
Talk about it real
Brown's
quick.
situation.
For 8 Ounce Confessions this week, it was Chris Brown was accused of drugging and raping a female on Diddy's yacht, and she's seeking
believe it.
$20 million. Now, do you think he would do something like this, or did the story just come out when he's releasing his new music as a pattern to stop him?
I don't believe that. And but I mean I can't say like he did or did not do it because we won't know until we have the facts. It's just kind of odd timing. Like he just had what his second or third kid.
Yeah,
Like
third.
things are like third kid. Things
Uh-huh.
are going like in his manner. Chris Brown isn't
It's
really
been
one.
pretty quiet.
Yeah.
for
He's
Chris
not really
Brown.
one
Iffy
that
song.
needs to drug somebody. Not to
Yeah.
say he
Yeah.
won't, but he's not. He doesn't need to.
No.
Like
Yeah, even post
No, yeah.
domestic abuse, he was still managing to pull women and have
A lot of
relationships
women.
with them.
some girls actually wanted them to hit them. So
I don't know that.
I think at this
don't-
point,
Oh,
Chris
yeah.
Brown has a lot of fans in the closet. Not in his closet, but they're just like lingering out in the background. and they're
I don't look
themselves.
around. I'm a huge Chris Brown fan.
Yeah.
No,
like
I mean the
him.
Yeah.
She's
crazy
not trying to
ones.
fuck him.
No,
Yeah.
for sure not.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Like,
crazy ones
Yeah,
are
he
still
has a lot of-
lingering, and they plot. I think these are just one of the girls that.
It's
are
just,
just
I mean, you
fun
gotta look at
Yeah.
the
So
look
you
at
think
the
she had an
story
MO
though.
at Diddy's
Yeah.
party?
Yeah.
Yacht
Look at
party.
this story though.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to file a case. She doesn't want to like
Yeah.
press any charges, but she wants 20 million. That don't add up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
it adds up
the money
if
adds up.
It's,
But it's just like, yeah.
I think that's
Here's
Yeah.
what could happen. Chris can decide to lawyer up and fight the case, countersue for defamation of
needs to.
character and all that
Yeah.
other stuff, or they'll settle out of court because he'd rather just the story go away. You know,
or she might just get something.
And sometimes
not 20 million, but she might
paying a
get
settlement
something.
doesn't imply that you're guilty. Sometimes the optics does because it feels
Yeah.
like, well, if you're innocent, why wouldn't you just not fight the case? But as we've
Sometimes
seen
you
with
just don't want the
trials
bad
with
blood.
celebrities,
Yeah.
it can get
Especially
very
black men.
extensive and last over a long period of time, and you're facing just more public scrutiny as you continue with a trial. But you know,
Right.
if you're not worried about how you look and all that other stuff that comes with going on a public trial,
Just
then you
pay
fight
a
the
few dollars
case.
and call it. Because I mean,
Yeah, you're
obviously
right.
he's had issues in the media with previous acts, not with this, but like with the domestic and all that stuff. So he's an easy grab for them. Like
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy target. I hope nothing really bad happened at Diddy's yacht party. You know, we've
Yeah,
hadn't had any
well.
Diddy yacht party scandals up until this situation. You know, so Diddy's gone a long time having pretty clean parties. I think since the Howard homecoming, where people got killed at that event that he promoted in 1991. That's some hip hop
yeah.
history right there. You didn't know that.
I think that's
Thanks
a good
for,
hustle, though.
letting us-
It is.
Throwing parties.
Yeah.
No, to
No.
say something happened.
Oh,
To say
see,
something
they're
else.
Especially,
trying-
like, I remember Jamie threw a party, a boxer, I'm not going to say who the boxer
what
was.
a clean resume
Uh-huh.
Jamie has too for throwing parties and never
Yes.
having a scandal.
No,
Oh,
it was
there's
supposed
been
to.
some crazy
yeah,
stuff.
a boxer was there. One of Jamie's security guards bumped her. She fell, maybe like touched her knee on the ground. The next day, he got a phone call that they were taking him to court. Some odd,
Jamie to court.
some odd millions of dollars. And this is a rich woman. Like, she's married to a
But she
world
took that
champion.
opportunity to get bumped down on her
She's-
and hit the knee.
she's
Fake.
still taking the money. And
he's
so
still taking the money.
Jamie, he was telling us a story. He was telling me that he just wouldn't pay them off. I think he gave him like 100,000. And I was like, nigga, for
Damn, I
falling?
should have fell in the
And
pool
but
that
he
day.
explained that he said they had the lawyers to go to court for once. You can't be no broke person trying to get
Yeah.
the money because you ain't got enough money to get the money. But he
Right.
said for them, it's going to cost him
You're right.
$50,000 for a retainer for his lawyer alone.
Right.
Oh,
So,
yeah, you're right.
So if I go to court, it's going to cost me $500,000 just to fight this. Well, I
Because
could
it's
just
gonna take
give,
6 months to a year.
I
Yeah.
could just give you 100,000 and just move on with life.
Yeah.
Right.
And then
Or
you
I
sign,
could pay-
you sign whatever. and
But
say
that's
that-
why celebrities
Yeah.
are so
Right.
thorough with NDAs
Right,
or
yeah.
these clauses when
It's a
you
cold world.
because you have to do all these things.
You got
because
certain
people will
celebrities, you
try
can't even be in the same room, and they don't have to be a party. You just can't, like Beyonce, you
Right.
can't be in a room with her unless you sign an NDA. Like,
Facts.
Or
you
you
can't,
leave
like,
your
you
phone.
literally can't walk in the room.
Can't
Like,
hug her.
You leave your phone and your
Oh,
shoes at
so-
the door.
Yeah,
no,
you have to,
you
I've been to those.
Yeah.
maintain a very friendly approach.
Yeah,
No, you can't
NDA.
approach her.
It's
You can't even
NDA.
approach her.
A guy like you
Yeah.
said, Jamie, won't approach her.
No one can approach Beyonce.
No one
nigga.
can approach Beyonce.
Oh yeah,
No.
Beyonce.
Wait. Talking about when he approach Beyonce. Who's she? Who is she?
What?
Try it if you want to.
Yeah,
Nico
try.
tried.
if you
Nico
want
to.
tried.
So what do you mean?
Let's
Like
see,
nobody
let's
can
see.
approach
You
Beyonce?
cannot approach her.
Unless it's
You're like
people that
Nick.
they know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless
Yeah.
it's people
You
that they
cannot
know.
approach her.
Nick,
You
you
have
gonna
to
try to
sign an
approach
agreement.
Unless it's
Beyonce?
people that
You
are
can't, like, you
invested with
I'm
her.
from New York, nigga. Fuck out of here. Like you take
not
the shit just like
invested
I
with
do.
her
Yo, Beyonce
already.
has sometimes nights when she's on the toilet and she's going like that when she's taking the shit. She's just like us.
Yeah, but it
Absolutely.
smells like flowers.
Probably.
Probably.
But
She got
I
the
seen her.
bidet.
I seen her in Africa. Like,
I don't think anybody is untouchable.
No, I mean literally.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
not
like,
saying figuratively.
financially, you know what
I
I
mean,
mean?
like I literally seen her backstage. We tried to go over there. They said you cannot go over there.
you cannot.
Wow.
You
Nick's-
cannot go by
where your
Beyonce.
heart crushed?
No, I was just like,
Oh.
that's a real reality now. I can't.
Oh
All right.
wow.
I mean, I respect it. You know, B, you gotta protect your investment.
right.
Shout out to
Yeah.
me.
Doodle in peace.
Doodle in peace. Hilarious.
I can tell y'all cousins. Y'all stories are hilarious.
Oh my god,
Oh,
that's,
wow, bro.
that's funny.
I love it though.
Classic.
We're gonna make a show out of this.
Cousins.
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 Man,
Cousins.
I'm just gonna be the neighbor, man. Yo. I'm just coming over for some Haitian
all
All
right,
right,
cocktail.
so
All right, so let's.
your Ozark.
So yeah,
guys
real
wanna
quick,
do
we're gonna take a dip dive. We're gonna stop talking about trials and tribulations in our community.
Yes.
Let's get into some fun. Nick, go ahead and take us away with the.
Season
What's
4,
good?
first half of Ozark. We
Okay.
Let's
finished.
go.
Yes.
I did.
No.
We'll finish.
No.
You didn't make it.
Alicia,
No.
you.
You didn't
I
start
gotta
Ozark.
catch up.
Nick,
No,
you
so-
watched Ozark?
I got sidetracked.
So
So
this
only
way,
me and you can talk
so
about
me
Ozark.
and Nick straight
You
up
guys-
said we was gonna talk about it no matter what the fuck.
Yeah.
y'all did.
I don't mind because I'm still gonna watch it anyway.
Yeah.
So what episode are you at?
2.
Of what season?
So
the
basically,
fourth one, right?
yeah, the
Okay.
fourth one.
She's like, see, 2.
I'm already
season
like,
1.
wow. So I know the
I don't
fourth
want. I'm
season's
gonna
be
try
off
to go as
book.
best as deep dive as I can without spoiling. But Will,
It's
how you
okay.
fucking with part 1 of season 4?
I fuck with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fuck with it.
So Navarro is trying to
Okay.
go legitimate.
He's trying to go. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
I
trying to
see
get a
that.
clean slate.
He's trying to get out the
Yeah.
game. He's trying to essentially get out the game.
That's
So,
the main character.
no,
He's not
the
the-
main
Jason
character
Bateman's the main
is,
character,
is
Marty
Justin
Bird.
Bateman, Marty Bird, and his
Yeah.
family. But right where they're at right now in their tenor as people who launder money and clean, they're working with these
Mexican mafia.
Mexican cartels.
Cartels,
Right.
yeah.
Who,
So Navarro is like the head cartel guy that he's working for. And
Yeah.
he's trying to get out the game.
right.
Yeah.
So
He wants to be legit in the U.S.
So he wants to cooperate with the FBI, and it's up on Marty to kind of play like middleman.
Yeah.
But like the FBI got their agendas, and he has
His
his
nephew.
agendas,
And
and
his
he also
nephew
has
too.
a
His
nephew
nephew
who's
has
his
rising
agendas.
the ranks in the organization, who's a little unstable, like not crazy, but he's just too like
He's
ambitious,
off the chain.
and he be
He's thriving for power, right?
Yeah.
he's too ruthless. And
Yeah.
the uncle even was like, yo, he probably gonna take me out at some point as soon as he can see it.
He already said it, yeah.
So I want to
Because
get out.
he's
while I
literally
can.
Navarro's the head of the cartel, and he
Yeah.
wants a clean like
Yeah.
immunity. He wants to be able to travel from Mexico
to the States.
States,
no
like
problem,
nothing.
no issue.
Yeah.
And they're like, the fuck?
But my
Like,
thing
how
is,
are we going to do this?
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
not just kill the nephew if he's this problematic? But that's the thing about Latin people; they're so loving
It's
the family.
family, man.
They won't.
Can't
They
really-
won't kill their
yeah.
own. They
Is
won't.
that true, Ada?
They have to kill their own.
Is that true?
They have
Yeah.
to kill their own, which I
Gotta
could
kill their own.
see the nephew trying to off him. But
And
like,
you know, I had a run-in with the cartel by accident.
Share this story, please.
Okay, so there was a restaurant in
Oh, sorry, to be
Phoenix. I will
continued.
not name that restaurant.
Or the
And
cartel.
my friend was dating this
They would
guy.
name the cartel. You wouldn't.
And I
would
went with
name
her
her.
to meet the
Say the
guy.
name.
And my last name isn't like not a common last name like Smith, Jones, Garcia, you know. So the guy the whole time kept saying, "Are you related to this person?" And I thought, okay, it kept coming up over and over again. And I was like, this is really weird. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm related to him or not. I knew I was, but I didn't know.
Oh, okay.
So the whole time, I mean, it kept coming up and he kept watching me. He had people in there watching me at the restaurant. I didn't know. And then later on, I get home and I'm like, hey, Dad, is this our cousin? And he's like, yeah, he's a DEA agent. So they were investigating them because they were part of the cartel trying to launder stuff in. And I
Damn.
was like, oh, shit, I can't go back over there again. They
Damn.
go come after me. And they
Yeah.
were like the whole time grilling
Really?
me. And it wasn't just him. It was other people that kept coming up to me.
That's wild, ain't
Hey, so are you related to? And it was like, what? Where's this weird?
Yeah.
And it ended up, yeah. But shout out to my, I guess, distant cousin who retired, took him down. But
it? Right.
They were gonna kidnap.
but they was about
Yeah.
to, yeah, I was about to be on the
So
list.
you knew
maybe.
they showed you a picture of your cousin,
No, they asked my name.
No, they kept asking his name. They
but
knew
you
his
kept, but
specific
you lied
name.
and said that's
I
not.
said I don't know because
Oh,
you
okay.
know I don't know some
But
of
you
those
recognized
cousins.
who it was off
I
rip.
recognized the
Yeah.
name,
Wow.
but I didn't know. I've never really met him,
Yeah.
Good instincts.
and it made sense. Yeah.
Good instincts.
So-
Smart,
He's smart.
So-
And I was
crazy.
like, wow.
Yeah,
But the
and-
restaurant got shut down. They took down the
Wow.
whole thing because it
Damn.
was
Oh, wow.
part of
Fun.
it. They were doing the laundering too, like
Oh.
there.
So
Yeah.
where we're at in Ozark now is that at this point, Marty and his wife
Mm-hmm.
Wendy, they've amassed a casino that they own, that they
Uh-huh.
launder money out and clean it out for the cartels. They were at one point selling drugs, but then they wanted to stop selling drugs and just really focus on the casino because the wife is using her connections to amass political power
Right.
and,
Yeah.
and hide under people doing nonprofit
can't
and
stand
contributions to the
Yeah.
campaigns. And Marty has the casino and trying to expand it other like legit businesses. And they have a son who is a little off kilter, who knows how to launder money at 14. He's just as smart as his dad, if not a little bit
Built the
smarter.
program, his
Build
own
a- build his
He
own
program.
built his own
programs.
program to launder money.
And
Yeah.
they have a daughter. She's more of like
The son's a bitch.
just a regular mid.
I'm just saying.
Wait,
I'm
hold on.
sorry.
The son's a what?
His son's a bitch.
Yeah.
The daughter Charlotte is just more of a normal high school girl, just
Yeah.
mad because they uprooted their life from Chicago to Missouri and just lashing out. So they have a hard time keeping their kids under control because the parents are not at odds. Because the way it started was that he found out that she was cheating on him, and the one time he did some illegal activity just because he was trying to help a friend of his, a co-employee. The employee worked for the mob and didn't tell him, and then basically when they killed him, Marty became their guy, and Marty had to do whatever they said. So their family's just been under stress constantly
Right.
since then.
Trying to get out, trying
Yeah.
to be legit as possible, but then they always get thrown
They
back
got,
in.
they
Yeah,
get,
they're thrown
they-
back
and
in.
that old lady always gets.
So
me
yeah, there's a
too.
drug dealer called
Darlene?
Darlene
Darlene.
who has a whole farm where she grows pure opium
Yeah.
and heroin
Poppy seeds.
and poppy seeds.
With her young.
And she's
Well,
ruthless.
she had originally
ruthless.
she had a husband who was her partner. The husband died in a couple seasons earlier, but then
She
this
killed him.
trailer park girl named Rue who works for Marty. They first encounter when Marty takes over a strip
Yeah.
club. he kind of mentors Rue and teaches her how to do stuff. But her cousin, who's also a trailer park dude, becomes involved with the drug dealer lady. And she's like 60 years older. She's creepy as fuck. And they
like
got
20?
together. And he's like in his 20s. He's like 18, 19. And
Yeah,
they
it's,
smash.
it's nasty when
It's
they
pretty
It's
nasty.
gross.
when they
too, 'cause
kiss,
she looks
that
old.
shit.
Like you gotta
Yeah,
see what
they
she
kiss
looks
and
like.
it's like disgusting.
She be like, "I love you so much, why?" And she starts kissing her.
Why?
Oh my
right.
gosh.
They be in bed together and shit. And like,
Oh,
It's
gosh.
wild. And they got this. They have an adopted
baby they
kid.
raising
Yeah,
together.
they have an adopted
Oh
baby.
yeah, that was kind of odd when that came out. I
Does
was
the
like,
young
what?
guy like the old lady?
Yeah,
Kind
I
of, but
mean,
it's
he's
because
like-
it is not.
he's
There's
like
no
looking
better
for a
life out
motherly
there.
There's no better
figure.
life because he comes from like
He
a
comes from
trailer
trailer,
park.
so he doesn't have
He
a
comes
mother.
from like a
yeah.
trailer park
Yeah.
lifestyle. They don't know shit about shit.
And
Yeah.
his cousin Rue, she's
Ruth.
very much
Ruth.
Sorry, she's lost a lot of family, but she's also very determined and
To make it.
to make it out. And at times she's been trusting Marty, but now they're kind of on the outs. And what Ruth does is decide to become a partner to Darlene
Right.
and help launder Darlene's money because
She
Darlene
used to
doesn't
work
have
for
somebody
Marty.
to clean her
Yeah.
money. So that's how Ruth has made herself valuable now to Darlene, even though she's like a teenager as well.
Who's? Oh no.
So Ruth, the boyfriend who's a cousin, they're all partners now, and they sometimes have to deal with Marty because the cartel, they told Darlene to stop selling drugs, and
They gonna kill her.
they're gonna kill her if she kept
Yeah.
deciding to sell drugs, and they don't respect. But she's racist, doesn't respect Mexicans, so
Yeah.
she doesn't. She
I
don't
didn't
really
like
think
that.
that.
She
Even though
don't
she
think
has
about
no
nothing.
army of soldiers,
And she's
just,
ruthless too.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's ruthless too. She'll kill them.
Like to the point, like
But
you'll
she
walk into her
killed,
house and you'll be like, "I don't like you." She'll shoot you and be like, "You were unkind."
I think it was
Like,
season
just blast
2,
you with a shotgun.
maybe?
she killed the original
killed
cartel member.
Eastside.
She killed the first
yeah.
one. Yeah.
Eastside
Point blank,
Morales.
point blank.
Oh, I was so mad.
Point
She
blank.
killed him point blank shotgun in the.
Because she couldn't handle
Yeah.
how they were talking to her.
Random
I
question
was so
for the
mad.
show. If you've seen the show, who's your favorite character?
Marty Bird for sure.
Marty Bird for
Ruth
you?
is like
I don't know, I like
is the
Ruth
most
too.
like popular character, but I think Marty's still my favorite. Marty's passive dryness as a white guy, like when he's just
He's hilarious.
getting his
Yeah.
snarky shit off, I love it. Like
Yeah.
he's like,
Man, my
so
favorite.
he's like, Wendy, can you can you try to be a mom to the kids? Kind of have them scared. It's bad enough,
Quit yelling at them.
Right.
yelling
Yeah,
at
he's
them.
like, quit yelling at
Wow.
them. She's like, I'm
Casual.
grounding you.
Right. So then then the mom wants to punish the boy because he's lashing out. He's working for Ruth now, who's become an enemy to the family. And she thought that maybe getting him arrested would scare him into coming home. And he's like, hey, can you not try to, put our
Yeah.
son in jail while, we got to commit felonies? That would be nice. It just
So
keeps
who
I
was
him-
kinda
your
like
favorite?
Ruth. I
Who,
think
yeah,
I like
was that's
Ruth.
what the favorite. Who's your favorite?
Yeah.
Ruth?
I'm going with Ruth.
He doesn't watch the show.
You don't watch the show?
No, I'm gonna.
Mine is
I'm
actually
gonna
Ruth.
start.
Marty is a close second to me.
Yeah.
though. Marty's a close
But I
second,
like
but
Ruth.
Ruth.
Number one.
Ruth's loyalty. Ruth.
Ruth
Huh?
is like, yeah.
And this is how Ruth talks. I don't fucking know, Marty. Like, she is super trailer
Super
park.
country.
Missouri
You did
trash.
that pretty good.
Did you
I
hear
don't
the-
fucking know, Marty.
did
How to
you hear
run the
the-
computer numbers.
I ain't gonna put out the last episode, but did you hear the passion in her? Like
Oh, my God.
every level of like her acting, her loyalty. Like
She's
she's
good.
Yeah,
beast.
she called
Ruth is a
Wendy a
beast.
cunt, but this is how white she got. She was like, "Get out of my way, you fucking cunt!" Like, it was great.
Nah, Ruth don't play. Like I would, if some
Yeah.
shit went down, I'd need Ruth on my side.
So this is the
Ruth.
final season. So now they just
Uh-huh.
finished part 1, the 7 episodes, and now I guess there'll be another 7 maybe.
I'm
when
hoping.
when
maybe
they
10.
Yeah.
do the other parts.
They should
so.
crank out like
But
10.
yeah, 4 seasons
Yeah,
of great
I need to
television.
watch it.
It's been one
No,
of
it's
Netflix's biggest shows.
it's a
The
good
rest
it's a
of
good
it.
show. It's very well written. Yeah.
I got
it's very
sidetracked.
slow. It's a little slow paced, but
It's dry. Yeah, it's a
it's
slow burn.
good though. It's very good acting, very good performances by the cast.
Okay.
I
I'd be wanting
can't-
to be Mexican sometimes because man, like
The
What,
parties.
I'm gonna
The
switch it up
house?
real quick. So I said,
The
what
house?
character did you guys like? What character do you guys not like? Who's like the one that just annoys the
oh,
fuck
I
out
hate
of you?
Wendy.
Yep.
The wife is. Just,
I was gonna say the same thing.
the old
nobody
lady.
likes Wendy.
Huh?
Wendy's,
I
when
don't
Wendy
like the old
smirks,
lady.
I want to vomit inside
I
my
used
mouth.
to. For a moment, I was like, Darlene kind of gets on my nerves,
Darlene.
but
Ugh,
later, I'm like, Wendy. I can't fucking stand Wendy. She's crazy.
Wendy
like,
is kind of annoying, but I don't like.
and she's
Darlene.
like psychotic. Cause like Darlene, she's crazy and just obvious
crazy
she's
and
crazy.
racist.
Wendy has that like that sociopathic behavior.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
She doesn't like to get
I
over.
don't
She
know.
doesn't like people getting over on her. She can't handle that.
Yeah.
And it's like she lashes out on her husband, but it's like, yo, you the one that cheated on the husband. And,
Right.
And,
Yeah.
and really messed up the whole dynamic because this guy is loyal. He does his job. He comes home.
Right.
Doesn't do anything else, and then he catches her like fucking some rich guy, or he finds out she's fucking some rich guy on a computer.
he's laundering money for the cartel to
Like-
keep you alive.
Right. And yeah, basically,
Like-
because
Yeah.
the dude she was cheating with was that connected or no?
I forgot. I gotta
But he had a laundry
dive
money for the
back,
cartel
but
to
I want
keep
to
the
say he
family
had
alive.
I
fun.
think
Yeah.
I think he was. I can't remember.
Yeah, but she's easily the
Yeah.
the
Right.
hater
I done
most.
been tortured. I done did all this shit. And you
Yeah.
still trying to fuck
I
these
still
niggas.
never got
Yeah.
none. And then she kind of was entertaining somebody else at one point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She still is.
Still is.
Because I know she'd be trying. I low key think she's on the lawyer, but
So prediction. How you think
yeah.
How do you think Ozark ends? Do you think
That's
who, do
tough
you think,
to say.
who of the family dies? Who keeps going? Who decides to run a business? Like, what do you think happens?
do you think any of the immediate family is gonna die?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think Marty,
like,
I think
absolutely.
Marty
But
dies.
for the final,
I
yeah.
think Marty
Marty-
makes a sacrifice.
Do you think like the son or the daughter will die? I think one of the kids is gonna die.
Oh, I don't think Marty will die.
I think Marty would die.
I think Wendy
old boy,
might die.
Because you got old boy investor. He up there laundering money too. The son.
Yeah.
He could get
But
mixed
that's
up
why I
in
think he's
something,
gonna
yeah.
get away because I think he's gonna learn a big lesson. Like something's gonna happen
Yeah.
that's gonna
And
just
then he
like
gonna get a spinoff like Ghost.
The son?
Like,
Oh yeah.
maybe.
it won't even be
Oh, yeah.
Ozark. It'd
Junior.
be like Mount Rushmore. Like it's a new show.
No, I think
Ozark Junior.
Marty's gonna just make some sacrifice for his family because that's ultimately since the pilot that's what he's always done. It's
Yeah.
him making a sacrifice for his family.
That's what I'm saying. Because like
Yeah.
I feel like if he's gone, the cartel what they're gonna do with the other people? Because he's the
Well,
He's
I
the
think-
main.
I
He's
think
the,
they're
the,
gonna
the,
get
numbers and the mind
Yeah.
and the
if
program.
they don't have him, they don't have
Yeah.
anything. They don't,
I think they're gonna get taken out as well. I think the,
The
FBI
cartel?
gets exposed. Yeah.
Nah, I don't think so.
Either the
Cartel?
Navarro doesn't
No.
get what he wants, or the nephew takes over, and it's business as usual. But I think
nephew
they
taking
might go
cats
down
out,
though.
Nah, I
The
don't
nephew's
think so.
taking
They're
cats
gonna go
out.
to Mexico. Yeah, I don't think so.
They can stay in Mexico and do fine.
Yeah.
the nephew
I
leaves,
know, I'm
he's
just
taking
saying, I
cats
don't think
out.
so.
I don't think they get their expansion dreams
I don't
off.
think they're gonna get. Yeah.
I think
but
Ruth,
I don't think they'll
Ruth
get taken
takes
out.
over Ozark. Ruth becomes
Ruth might be a
She might
possible
low-key,
player.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
She
what-
might end up taking them all out for all I care.
Speaking of which, I forget
Yeah.
I forget her name in real life, but I know she got another show coming out on Netflix in about a week or
Is
so.
that so?
Yeah.
See, I got sidetracked with that All of Us Are Dead show. That Korean one.
That's a Korean show.
Oh yeah, you might like this.
I'm gonna be
Nick.
real straight. Straight up,
Nick.
shout out to Korean cinematography.
Yes.
They killing right now.
I gotta
Uh,
say, it was so
Julia
far.
Garner, who plays
Julia
It is
Garner?
really good.
I'm about to say because they got Squid Games, Parasite.
really
all these
good.
movies is like award winning. Like
The cinematography is phenomenal. Just the acting
Korea's known
and
for,
just
like-
the
I think they
creativity
take some of our
of
best work and they
zombies.
just refine it, right?
Well, I
Like,
don't know
it's
because
good.
That's
Good.
not original.
No, this
No.
stuff is original.
some of
bro.
the stuff's
No,
original.
I'm not-
yeah.
not
Yeah.
Conceptual.
And they're
not
also
the style.
perfectionists too.
I mean,
Yeah.
Their styles are their writing is original.
You gotta
the
see like
styles.
some of it.
The way
just
they're groomed as artists, they're not taught the same way American filmmakers are taught, which is about either doing quality
numbers.
independent stuff or big budget stuff. They're
Right.
just allowed to explore their most original ideas.
But
no.
the cinematography,
Yes,
yeah,
bro.
it's
The
original.
cinematography
I have
is
I had a
really
legit.
famous
good.
director, a famous working director, tell me, a successful director, tell me,
Mm-hmm.
Korean film and cinema is better than American. Film.
Absolutely, and I
Dude.
agree with
The
that
way
one.
they
I
are-
agree with that
So far-
100%.
too.
Yeah.
I have seen.
And they're because they come from a more like perfectionist like culture too. Like they're groomed even as like
Yeah.
kids
That's what I'm
growing
saying.
up like
I
to
feel like
be
they get
great.
some of our
Yeah.
influence and then they refine it.
No, it's not.
I think it's
No.
the opposite. Yeah, I think it's the opposite. It's like
And
people
even-
writing
Copying, we're
films.
copying them.
I'm not saying we're
I wouldn't
copying
say
them.
we're
I'm just
copying
saying
them.
they're
Or we're getting
original.
influence from them.
Edward, you're not listening.
I wouldn't say
Yeah.
influence.
Korean
We're two
filmmakers
different
and writers,
entities. Like
Yeah.
they are of their own style, and they are allowed to explore their more original ideas.
just like you got. I mean,
And
like
they
Hollywood-
take it to a next level.
Here's the example. In Hollywood, Hollywood cares about critical review and all that stuff to a degree,
Right.
like on Sundays and stuff like that. But most studios' objective is to think about what makes money.
Exactly.
In Korean, they're not driven by multi-million-dollar franchises and big budget pictures.
So, like what is good?
That's,
one really
that's the
start.
majority of
What
what,
is great
Hollywood is
work?
consumed by in America. In Korean, it's consumed by great original ideas,
Great original
settings,
artistry.
the cinematography, the looks, the style that's not being used, unconventional ways of how to shoot films. It's their mentality about approaching to filmmaking is very much different and original.
Yeah.
One can be influenced by the other,
Yeah.
but it's not a
It's
mandate
different because
to
it's
say
not like
that,
Bollywood.
they're watching
Yeah.
what we're
Which has
doing.
heavy
and change. No, it's
American
just
influence.
They have what they have, and yes, it does. If it becomes popular, it influences others. You know what I mean? But
And
it's
just
not
the way
like-
that the
Yeah.
special effects makeup and how they did it, it's like you think they're gonna stop. No, they take it to the next level, and you're like, oh my god.
That's the good thing about
Like, I
great
can't
writing and
believe they did
cinematography.
that.
Like you know,
It's good. It's so far. I'm like on the
Yeah, a lot of Korean cinema you can watch on
episodes.
Netflix
It's
and look
really
up.
good.
you can. I mean, like obviously the other ones, Squid Games. Everybody was talking
Yeah,
That was
about
a big
it.
that
hit,
was
but
good.
that was
Korea's a
something
big
that was
hit.
rejected like
They
for
were
10
Korean.
years.
But it was rejected. But people forget like how many awards freaking Parasite won.
Parasite,
yeah,
that
that
It was like they won best film. They
The
won
Train
best
to
like
Busan.
best picture. Yeah.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was
the
a
Train
good
to
one,
Busan,
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which one?
The Train to Busan.
I gotta see that.
That
one.
was a good
Yeah.
one too. They make reference to it in this show.
And it's good
too.
too. If you don't
And
mind
it's
watching
good.
subtitles, I recommend watching these in Korean. But if you have to use the dub, I mean, take it.
I
Yeah.
can't take the dub. I have to. This big mistake with Squid Games is watching the dub, the American dub, because they're so horrible. Those voices.
Yeah.
I went back and watched like both ways. Like I was like, man,
It's
this
so
is
much
crazy.
better.
Yeah.
Because it's good as long as you can read.
And follow.
That's the
and
part I
follow it.
hate. You have to pause. Oh man, I gotta go
Yeah,
get my
because you
food
gotta like
or whatever.
pay attention or whatever.
That's why you
You
like
have to watch
you
it.
just took the American dubs.
Yeah.
I did both.
Sometimes
So when I
it
was
all
at, cause like
depends, yeah.
sometimes I watch it like at work, like I have something like when I'm working, I have it. And when I'm doing that, I have to watch it dub because I can't keep looking.
Yeah.
But like when I'm at home chilling, like I gotta have it up subtitles. Yeah. Because you get to actually feel the actor. It's like, you know, like I'm talking to you like this. I don't want to hear like the whole
Squid
different
Games,
voice.
I took the dub off when I realized that what they were saying wasn't what was coming up on the
you
subtitles.
edited the subtitles.
Yeah, it was like different.
They're saying different whatever dialect we.
Shout out
Like we
to
say.
Korean cinema.
Real talk.
Yeah, they. Whew.
Man, I wish I
Just
spoke
that intro,
Korean so I
man.
could get up in that game. Like the artistry is crazy over there.
Yeah. Well, if you watch that show, the intro, Vernon, watch that show.
Vernon specifically.
I know. Yeah.
hilarious.
He might be like, what is this? Yeah, it was good.
So,
we're gonna do the throwback
real
Thursday
quick,
question?
yeah, I was just gonna say that. I was gonna say, Alicia, I want you to take it in right now with the throwback question. So let's get to it.
Yes, Throwback Thursday question. Name 3 songs you loved to listen to when you was younger.
What's the younger
I
age
have
What's
just
younger?
any, I guess any.
Could it
age
still be
range.
a song that you listen to, or?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I
you
think it'd be
probably
more
listen to it.
I think
embarrassing
it'd be
if
better
you
if you
named
get
your
the
first-
ones that we don't listen to anymore.
Yeah, name your first
Oh,
3 favorite
see.
songs. I think that'd be way more embarrassing.
My first
Your
3.
what?
Your first 3
One of
and
mine
favorite.
is my
three
favorite song, period.
Ooh.
What was the first song you liked? 'Cause I know it's embarrassing. I know.
Yeah,
Nick's
but I
song is
still
embarrassing.
listen to them, so.
Like, does it have to be like a mainstream song?
Because
Can it be,
Will's
like,
gonna choose Poison,
Yeah.
so that's too easy.
100%.
I give you
Yeah,
an
and you
example.
can still
So
listen
3,
to it.
y'all
Yeah.
let that Poison one go.
Okay,
First song
so
for
Yeah.
that's
me
not, that
is,
won't be on my 3. That won't be on
Genie
my
in the
3.
Bottle.
Christina Aguilera.
Christina Aguilera?
That was for whatever reason as a kid, that shit came
Alright.
on, it hit.
I see you, Christina
I
Aguilera,
could
Genie in
see
the
that. I
Bottle.
could see that.
And
the
I raise
video.
you, Spice Girls, Spice Up Your Life.
Ooh, that's
I went to the
Ooh.
movie. I
Oh
went to
my
the movie
God.
and everything.
That
Yo,
is
I
a
went
hit
to the
song.
movie.
I seen the
Yo.
movie too, bro. That
Mom,
Spice
son,
Girls,
you
bro.
know
I
the
seen
music.
it.
I was
Bruh.
single.
I was there.
I had a crush
Oh
on the Spice
my
Girls.
God.
I was there.
Real
No,
niggas
I
love
was,
Spice
I
Girls.
can't
I'm with
flex
you.
on you. I
Oh
was there
my
too,
God,
bro.
that
No, I
is
was there and I
so
got that movie
funny.
when it came out on VHS.
Facts.
I got it the first day.
Wow.
Like,
Okay. So
Before
we
it
just,
sold
we just
out.
really bonded right
That
there.
was real. That was real.
All right.
talk. All right, Ed, it's your
I'm
way,
glad
man.
y'all some real
Will,
niggas up
Will,
here.
what
All
you
right,
got, Will?
I gave you guys one. That's a
Oh.
throwback. I don't
so
listen
you
to that no
chose
more.
Spice Up Your Life over
So you don't
Wannabe?
listen to it anymore?
Okay.
Oh,
Which one is that?
see.
Wanna Be My
Wanna
Lover?
No, I tell you what I
Yeah.
want. What I really,
I
really
like
want.
Spice Up Your Life more.
I mean, okay.
Because that was the big song in the trailer. And
They both huge
They
songs.
both were huge,
yeah.
but yeah. Because the big concert, that's the one they ended the concert with.
I
So
mean,
that
ain't
was-
even no shame in my game.
That one, yeah.
You know what was a major hit though that I don't listen to that should be on my
But that used
playlist?
to be on all the time back then.
Yeah, it's Remember the Time, Michael Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
That's a
that's a
good
good
one.
one.
That's a
Even the
Huge
video,
classic.
I don't know why I don't watch it more.
Hey man, ain't no shame in my game. I want you back
That's
by
actually a good
NSYNC.
one.
And
I Want You Back by NSYNC. How does that go?
Yeah, I'm trying to
I
think.
I
of what
want
song.
you
Oh, right,
back.
right, okay.
Dun-dun-dun. I did that in my 4th grade talent show. If you guys want to see the footage, come to the crib. I got it on
Why?
VHS.
That's a classic.
Alright.
And I was
Singing.
me and my cousin was up.
MTV.
No, me and my cousin, like, we didn't have a full 5. It was just us two. We had the 05 FUBU shirts, and we was on stage getting it. Like,
I really do believe Will has footage. of
y'all
this.
can come watch that shit tonight. Come through. Like,
All right, Alicia. Come on, give us
Oh,
one.
a song that
That's
I don't
one.
listen to.
We got 3 to go. We all just give us our one that from back in the day that we like.
so we got
that we
Spice Up Your
like,
Life,
but we
Genie in
don't
the
listen
Bottle.
to, right?
Yeah,
Or,
that's more fun.
okay.
Why- actually, I
would
still
probably
listen to
go
that shit,
with,
but-
He said, oh, my God.
You still play the Spice Girls?
Shame. Spice Girls not as much. Now, if it comes on, like, I'll jam.
Oh,
I'll
you
like,
gave us your second one right then.
yeah, I'll
Oh, this
dance
was
to it. Like, if it
embarrassing.
comes on right now, why not? Because you don't hear it often.
I got embarrassed in ass.
All right.
Let me see.
Let's
No, we
Go,
gonna
you
do
go.
No,
Because
ain't
there
that. I
is a
want
song,
yours. I know
but-
yours is gonna be like.
Come on, you gotta give us one.
I-
Everybody know.
It's something
I
as a
can't remember
kid.
the
She
name
got
of it.
something New Kids on the Block.
No, because I still listen to that
Yeah,
stuff.
she-
So
She been to every. she been to every New Kids on the Block tour since like
hey,
1987.
they're coming
Like,
this year in May, so I'm going.
All right.
Which
Shut
New
up.
Edition is coming
Come on,
on.
you got-
And I
one?
met them. I
There
can't
was a
think of this
song,
song.
actually.
Oh God.
While
let me
she's
think
thinking
of
about it,
So you give me
You
the
guys
third
go.
one?
Let me think
there
about
was a
this
song. I do not know the name. Okay,
Oh,
it was
God.
called Insane, but I cannot find it anywhere. I can't Google it.
Insane in the Membrane?
No, not Insane to the
Oh.
Membrane. It was like.
How does it go? You gotta sing what you can know. Sing what you can.
Was it? Because me and my cousin used to sing. It was like insane, like a man that's fucked up. Grab your whole round posse and stocked up. Cause I'll be around whatever you need. Boy, cover your ears, boy, cause they'll bleed.
Say it one more time.
Wait.
Again. Say it one time.
Cause I don't even know if that's the words. Like,
Just say it again.
Huh?
I think. Say it one time.
Why do you know those
It was,
lyrics?
Huh?
Insane.
Cause
What'd
it's
you
the
say?
shit I listened to
Go
as
ahead,
a
let him
kid.
do it again. Let him do it again. So
We even wrote a song. I'll tell you that next.
Hold on.
It
Go ahead.
was like insane, like a man that's fucked up. Grab your whole round posse and stock up. Cause I'm around whenever you need. Boy, cover your ears, boy, cause they'll bleed. Drip, drip. And then I don't know the rest after that, but yeah.
What's the NSYNC song?
No, it was called Insane.
By
But I don't know who the artist was. We had it on a cassette tape. There was no artist name on it. We lost the tape. We haven't seen it. We can't Google it. Like I've said those lyrics to the Google
All
and
right.
And
Oh,
you
it
can't
doesn't come
find
up?
I
it?
cannot find it.
Okay, so
Dang.
my second one, another person, I bought the album. Ray J's Wait a Minute. I used to fuck with Ray J.
Oh
Wait
my
a
God!
minute,
Wait a minute! Oh my God, that is so.
Shout out to the
all
homie.
day.
Shout out to the homie.
That was the shit though.
In the club,
Ice
ice in the studs.
ice.
Cause I'm a shine like Major Ice. I'm talking pop blinding like Vegas lights. Never on the scene without my team. Cali, Sticky Cream. Ray J had it.
I feel like that's in the category
Lil
where
Kim
like,
was in the video, you know,
Shout out to
feature.
the
I
homie,
had Ray J's album, This Ain't a Game. You
man,
know?
that's
Yeah,
in the
man.
category of like Nick Cannon's
That wasn't
Gigolo.
something I admitted to a lot of people.
Yeah.
That I had a Ray J album.
Ray
But
J
I
was
did
the
fuck.
man.
I fuck with Ray J. That
If I
one,
had
Formal Invite.
one
Yeah,
wish,
those are my records. We can get out the ghetto. He had a song called We Can Get Out the Ghetto.
Okay, there was one
One wish.
song.
Come on, man.
I do
But
have
no,
a
that was the
song.
biggest song. That was the biggest song.
Do you guys remember "Dial My Heart" by the Boys?
Yes.
Huh?
That
Dial
was a song.
No. Call you up on the phone. Yep,
That was
that's all
one
hits.
song. It was
Remember
a
the
hit,
Boys?
but I just
No.
never.
Babyface and Ellie Reed.
They were real
I
young.
might know if
Yeah.
I hear it, sounds familiar.
They were kids. Yeah.
when I get
Yes. Yes.
It's a
That's the song.
Of course.
Dial my
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that's what they were saying.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I know.
I mean,
That
that's the
was
one
one
part where it
song.
sounds clear. The rest of it, they sound like chipmunks.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So I don't
Just
listen to that
just give you a
one
little
This
taste.
was like
Yeah,
pre
I never
Another
knew
Bad
what was
Creation.
going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
They had one good album.
I
Yeah.
probably thought it was Bad Creation too.
Yeah, this is
Is
Babyface.
that just the lyrics or is that
No, you were
the
back then. Every
instrumental?
No, this is the opening.
Video. Yeah, they need it's about.
Because right when
Oh,
they
yeah.
come in,
The drums.
There it goes.
when I think about you, baby.
Yes.
You haven't heard? You don't play that no more, right? Okay.
Obviously
We
not.
bumping this on the way
yeah.
home for sure.
Go ahead,
It was
give
on
us
looking
another
down. He gonna play
This
it
one's
now.
very embarrassing.
Let's go.
Give it to
Because
us.
it's only though because when I was little,
Hey.
you know, we were influenced by, you know, those
It's all good, man.
pop shows. So
Yeah.
look at Joey Lawrence from Blossom. Nothing
Yeah.
My
The one
Love
from
Can't
Joey.
the
Joey.
movie, the
Yeah.
song in the movie.
Joey Lawrence.
No, it's Nothing My Love Can't Fix. You know,
I remember that. That was from.
What was the song, though?
We used to watch this movie all the time, bro. It was
So you two used to watch it all
Wait,
the
nah,
time.
sing the song.
No,
man.
Hey, I
Sing
didn't
that shit, nah, sing
hear
it.
it.
I remember
Hey,
because
here's
it
the
used to
rule.
come
If
on
you
at
pick
the
the song,
Cop
you
and a
gotta
Half.
sing
You gotta
it.
sing it.
It was on the Cop and a Half Central. Here we go.
If you pick the song, you gotta sing
And
it.
Joey's like rapping.
Yeah,
He's like,
he's
oh,
And I was, yeah.
nothing my love can't fix for you, baby.
It was a hot
It was a
song.
cool little song.
Let's see.
First of all, that video is epic.
Don't think.
Joey was getting
Don't
it in.
think.
He was, and he never really blew
just
up.
and the Cop and a Half with Burt Reynolds.
Yeah,
What about the
Hold on.
that song was hot. I mean, when I was little, it was hot.
bruh?
So you guys
Nick,
used to be jamming
Nick,
to that over
He
there.
used to come
And,
at the end of the soundtrack and during the movie. We used to. It was a bop.
Nick,
Here
we
we
can
go. Look.
shoot a music video like this.
like that. Look at the outfits and everything.
for you, baby.
The hair.
I remember this.
That jacket.
No, I remember this. Yeah.
You know what?
Cop
Was,
and a Half was. We used to watch that all the
Cop
time.
and a half.
you know what
Burt
hurts is
Reynolds.
that he was
He was trying to rap.
obviously
When he tries to
yeah.
rap.
Oh,
He was
Nick.
obviously taken from our culture.
Yeah, he was appropriate.
Hey, look,
Yeah.
it's that,
He was
it's that
culture
black
vulture.
car again.
Yeah, that does look hella racist. Now that I'm thinking.
Yeah, and
He's
you
in
know
the streets.
what?
He's in LA. He's trying to dance.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got a shirt open and shit with a chain on and
With the
shit.
jacket,
What he
he's trying to be
doing?
tough.
He had the
Looking
football
looking like
jersey.
George Michael.
He had the flannel.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But the song is a bop though. Hold on,
Yeah.
let me go to the part where he raps.
That's crazy.
That video low key kind of lit. I'm telling you, we can
It's a
shoot
fun
that
video.
shit.
It was lit.
We can shoot that music
Back
video on
then.
Venice. Like,
Yeah, that's just racist as hell.
first of
You
all,
guys were jamming.
it's
You
coming,
and
it's
Ed.
coming.
first
He's
of all,
getting
where
in.
did he get Curtis Blow's
Look at
voice
the
from?
moves.
Look at the move.
Yeah, this is hella racist, bro.
I'm trying to find where he raps though. Hold on.
With the
You might
graffiti
have
in the
been passing it.
background.
So that's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
That's funny.
Did you know the lyrics to this? This is a joint.
when I was little, I would think
That's not even
You
his
know,
voice.
Ed still knows
Yeah,
it.
and he got a pea hat on too. He
Yeah.
way out of line, bro.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah,
That's
he
a
way
real
out of
deep one. That's a
pocket.
real.
I'm mad.
I was trying to be like, yo, I know that song.
No, because he was singing and his rap voice was completely different. Like Curtis Blow came out of nowhere. Like
Yeah, but Cop and a Half though. That was.
Oh, my
I'm
God.
Devin Butler.
it's
You
that
remember
black.
that
It's that black car again.
Yo, you
I watched that movie hella
That was,
growing
yeah,
up.
that was, that was
Oh
a good
my
kid,
God,
like
that's
kids used to
so
love that
funny.
movie.
Yeah.
You never seen that one?
I'm gonna pull it up now
It's
though.
a Burt
No,
Reynolds.
no,
He
Burt
plays a cop.
Reynolds.
This little black kid
Yeah.
named Devin
It might,
Butler. He wants to be a cop, but he's like he's a child. He's like 6
I
years
have
old.
seen
Yeah.
He sees a murder,
I
and
have
then,
seen
and then
this.
Burt is like hired to protect him, and then they kind of like have a
They
partnership.
literally
and a
like
half.
he
Oh,
won't.
yeah,
He
yeah.
tells the cops he
Yeah.
won't give them any information unless they let
Unless
him be
they
a
let
cop
him
on the
be a-
force. Yeah.
Right. I remember that.
And then they have like a little partnership. It was a cool thing. Like this little black kid, and then he kind of like learns to like the
And the
kid.
fish falls him in the.
I'll
yeah.
say for maybe for 4 summers straight.
We watched that tape.
Yeah, before
Absolutely.
when school would get out, in
We put
June,
that tape on.
No, Cop and a Half was that shit.
Yeah, Nick would come over and then
Yep.
we would pop that in like for the first few weeks of summer.
was one of our
It
favorites.
was our go-to movie.
Yeah.
What?
And that,
Now we
and
know
that was
what
the
you guys
song
are
that
doing.
played at the end of the movie. So that
Was
was
this
like,
in New York?
yeah, every
Cop
summer.
and a Half
in
is
Parkway.
Cop and a Half is a classic. I used to watch
I mean,
it.
look, this is how life was. This was my
Yeah.
life from like 3 to 11 to
They were
12.
popping in.
Every
Yeah.
maybe
There's a ton
1
of
to 2
movies.
weekends out of the month I would go there, and then in the summers I was there. Also,
Yeah.
I was there
Oh,
damn near
okay.
well half the summer because
Yeah.
sometimes I leave, but I was always at their house watching stuff. So
Yeah,
Yes.
the thing is that we had the VCR and the
they had
TV.
the VCR.
Okay.
So and we had my mom.
Everybody
would
had to
get,
go
like,
to
a
your
ton
place
of
for the
movies.
VCR?
it was on
She would
Ed
rent
spot.
Blockbuster or the rental stores.
Or buy
Okay.
some.
Or buy some.
By the way,
sometimes.
everybody, for
Okay.
you young viewers, Blockbuster was a store. They sold movies. You could rent them
Movies,
for
yeah.
maybe 3 to 5 days
Yeah.
out of
They're
the
making
week.
a TV
So-
show about
Keep
a
going.
group of people who work in the last Blockbuster.
That's funny.
Oh,
as shit.
yeah,
It's a funny
that's
concept.
funny.
That's funny.
Uh,
I got
We
one.
got one
There's-
song.
it-
I got
Let's
one.
get to our third song.
That's funny. What you got?
Okay.
Embarrassing that you don't listen to no more.
Oh my God.
Girlfriend. B2K?
Oh my God.
Now listen, y'all. Now listen, man.
You like the video too?
Listen, bro. I was so embarrassed to like the Pandemonium album.
You
The
had it.
Pandemonium
Did you buy it, Nick?
album.
Bro, it was so many hits on that motherfucker.
There
it
was
was like
hits, though.
10
Yeah, there
hits.
was.
It was
Has
like
to be-
it was like 10
Bum, bum,
singles
bum.
off
Yeah.
that shit.
You
So
bump,
when
bump, bump on that
I
album?
and it was on a movie soundtrack too. I forget.
Yeah.
One of the
Oh,
songs was on
yeah,
a
it
movie
was.
soundtrack too.
Yeah, I mean they used to
Yeah.
play girlfriend
But
in movies. They
I
used
was
to get
I was
rotation.
dating this girl in like junior high school.
Of
She
course.
put the album on.
And you was actually loving it.
Bro, and I'm in the crib like this shit knocking.
You can't tell niggas.
Bro, I went I went from Radio Shack, bro, and that was
It was
Radio
not cool to
Shack.
tell.
I know.
No,
it's
no.
that's
You
the
like
sad
B2K.
part.
Bro,
yeah.
you know what how
That
real
was
that
messed
is.
up,
I
yeah.
colored
Oh
over
my
the
God.
fucking because the album
that's
cover
what nobody
it
would
was
know.
it was silver. It was like it was obvious, bro.
Uh-huh.
Like so me at the CD player and you pop that bitch open and all the homies could see. So I colored my shit black, bro.
Oh, that's
The
funny.
lights
I wasn't going
That's
out with
real
that.
talk
Yeah,
right
bro. That shit
You
hit,
chill
bro.
with
That,
your homies. They was like, what's up,
Come
nigga? You
on.
was in your head like.
yeah, Pandemonium. Everything I
Pandemonium.
need in my life except
Nick
that.
gave us some good ones.
Ah, that's
Nick gave us some
funny.
good ones.
That was
Yeah,
my
that's
shit,
nice.
That's
dog.
the reason why I
Come
love
on,
you.
Will know what's up, man. That's my joint.
I don't think anybody's gonna cop out listening to B2K. You know what's
B2K.
crazy? At my high school, right?
B2K or Drew Hill?
B2K was doing a tour, and they came over to the high school. My high school was
niggas
one of the
dance.
Yeah, when
stops.
you start out, you do the high school circuit.
Yeah,
Right.
they start and the
And they were
crazy
smaller
part
than the
is
high
that
schoolers.
All the guys are like, I'm not going, you
Right.
know. But they were all there. They were all there watching B2K doing
Nah, F
backflips.
that. You got, nah, real talk. Rather
Oh
you
my
went there
God.
for B2K or you went for all the women
All
you
the
knew would
girls,
be
it's
there.
true. It's-
Like, be
it's-
real.
it's-
Nah,
Like,
but it was like them niggas was actually enjoying themselves.
They were because they were doing
can you imagine,
backflips
like,
off the
because
stage.
dudes
and
like, oh,
shit.
you know they're gonna be mad females over there. You look at them over there, they in the front.
Bro, they was
Doing
like a
dance
group of
moves.
Drakes, bro. Like you didn't want to like these niggas, but they were
Yeah.
good. You like, oh, these niggas are good though. I gotta
Yeah.
All right. Yo, Nick, I'm glad you.
Oh my
I'm glad
God.
you dug deep. You dug deep for this
B2K
one.
is yeah.
I think I did all right, but Nick,
Yeah.
you really surprised me there.
I was not expecting
That's
that
funny.
from Nick.
What's your third one, Alicia?
I have another one.
Have you on your
And I
two or
know
your
you
three?
guys
Second or
might,
third one?
I don't know, you
Let's
guys
go, Lisa. You
might
taking too
like
long.
this or
Second
might
one.
not like this. I'm going to play it for y'all.
Are we even allowed to play music? on this thing?
I think it's low enough they can't.
Oh, wait, sorry.
They won't be able to
It's
pick
She
the
got
ads.
ads because she
Oh,
don't get
she
an
got
account.
ads.
Oh, she still won't get an
pay the
account.
$5.
Shut
Right.
up.
How old are you?
Shut up. I just clicked the thing from the song.
Why you paying?
I gotta think about my
It's
third song.
all, while you guys are thinking, let's see if you guys remember this song.
baby, one
No.
more time.
Nah, everybody likes that.
Nah,
This
no.
song, I don't even know why I loved it, but I did.
How do you say? De groovy? How do you say? De
I'm sorry.
What is that?
Some bitch in fur. Excuse my French.
How do you say? Delight, delight,
going on, good people? Welcome to the
See
live.
if you guys get. You guys ever heard that?
Welcome to the
Group
live,
is in
good
the
people.
heart.
I thought this was Gundam
What's
style.
up? Hey, Zaddy, what's up?
And then when you saw the
Yo, that
video,
video-
It's a big
Oh.
song.
when
What
you
was,
saw the video, you was all in trance.
No.
Oh, hold on, let's-
I just
let's
felt
let
like
it
I
keep
was
playing.
partying.
Let
This
it
one
play.
goes,
Let it play a little bit.
That
Yeah.
one?
I just felt like I was partying with everyone.
Nick, I feel like you'll know this.
You guys
Hold on. That's the one that goes.
Oh, yeah, I've heard this.
It's,
Have you
it's
heard
popular,
it?
but not that beginning. Nobody knows
Yeah.
that beginning.
I would have never known the beginning.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
It took
This
a
one.
minute. You took us from the beginning.
Yeah,
When you
I was
start
like-
seeing the DJ,
He's like
look
the intro
at,
that nobody listened to.
Yeah.
Like when the radio started at this point.
this one was,
How you guys doing? Welcome to the live. Happy Thursday.
and Q-Tip was in there too. I forgot about that.
What's the name of this?
Delight.
By what?
It's called Delight. Group is
If y'all
in the
want to
heart.
call in,
Oh,
818-914-4087.
I
got
forgot
your
about
song?
that.
914-4087. Call in.
You got your third
I was
song?
gonna ask y'all, what was the name of that song with Michael Jackson and Eddie Murphy? Where he was
Oh,
floating.
what's up with you? What's
What's
up?
up?
What's up?
with you?
What's up?
Oh,
That was
Lord.
wild. That song was wild.
Somebody
Caller.
Met that dude in there.
What?
Wait, what?
Some damn grooves in the heart. You bet not.
Did you hear that song?
You bet not. If a dude going, no, that's where it starts.
What?
Wait, what?
What?
Nick, B2K, we ain't gonna trip on that. 'cause dude,
Hey, man. They
Groove is in the heart.
dude secretly loved them some B2K.
Yeah, that was tough.
Hey, folks, they was dancing.
Are you mad about Joey Lawrence, Vernon?
What about Joey Lawrence?
He don't know.
No.
He like
Wait,
Heart,
Vernon,
he didn't like the
he's talking
Grooves in
about
the
that
Heart.
song?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is, don't tell
Call
me
in, yo.
that shit that shows
Is
on
that popular in
Facebook,
the
like,
alphabet
they think
community?
of it,
The song?
was Neil Carter.
It's a popular song.
Oh, yeah, with that show with Dale Carter.
Yeah.
We were
Oh.
talking about that when he was.
Yeah, that show. That's the only way I know him from. That's it. Him and that, and he had a couple other shows. He was hot for a little while in the early 90s, well, late 80s,
Yeah.
early 90s.
Yeah.
He was hot for a minute, but no.
What's wrong with that song, Vernon? You can't.
Hey yo, it's Maddie and Tay, and our
No.
through the
Sorry.
Hey, who was fucking with Vanilla Ice Ninja Rap though? I'm just saying.
I remember that.
No.
That
But
was-
this one's about digging deep about songs that you're embarrassed to share.
You don't know no better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think.
What are you embarrassed to share
Oh
that
my
you used to like back
gosh.
then that you don't listen to no more? Like that's
Yeah,
where you gotta
what's the
go.
song?
Don't go
Yeah.
for the stuff that we
Thanks,
all
Vern.
Mine
already
was
know.
Groove is in the heart.
call,
So
Vern.
obviously, I
I'm
did
trying
like
to-
You
that.
gotta dig
It's
deep.
tough.
This one is an underrated one. It's not like you're embarrassed to like this song. This is my last one.
Okay.
I remember watching this scene in a movie, and I used to laugh at this scene, and I wanted to know what that fucking song was because there was like a dance part to it.
Yeah.
So y'all remember in Meteor Man when they pick up the book and do the Vogue?
Yeah.
So then you go shake that body.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh,
then they
yeah, I
start doing
remember
the
that.
Vogue.
Yeah.
And I always used to love doing that song, and I used to do the dance in the house.
You used to do the Vogue?
I used to do the Vogue in the house.
And
Because I used to copy
it's
the
like,
scene that
this
Robert
is the
Townsend
vote?
did. And
Man, I'm
Oh
about
my
to watch.
God, that's
I
so
got
funny.
Meteor Man on DVD. We about to watch this.
Oh my God.
Technotronic. He was a bop.
That's
That
funny.
was
Technotronic
a, that
was a
was
bop.
a song, yeah.
But it was tough to tell people like you like that song because you like to do the dance that they did from the
That's
scene in
crazy.
Meteor Man.
Okay.
So shout outs to Meteor Man and Technotronic.
Man,
Shake that body.
That's so freaking tough.
Early House. Let's go.
I got another one.
Embarrassing? Are you embarrassed to share this?
No, I'm not embarrassed because everybody
Oh,
probably
come on.
remembers this
Alicia, that's
song.
too easy.
No?
It is.
Okay.
We need
then
to know
I'll
what
go
you
with another one.
embarrassed about
Oh,
liking.
okay, okay.
We don't
Let's
care about
see
the shit
what-
that everybody knows.
Yeah,
give us
that
something
one you
embarrassing.
guys would like. What was another one
This
that
shit's
I
too
liked?
secretive.
I mean,
No,
if it
you
makes
guys-
sense.
you guys got grooves
I was
in the
into
heart.
I was into corn.
Corn, yeah.
Shit, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought he
Like,
said porn. I was like,
Eddie, what's your third song?
no, I was into corn, like the group.
Corn, I mean,
I have
I'm sure I
one.
know a couple of their
Limp
songs.
Bizkit, but Limp Bizkit, everybody.
I
like
wasn't
Limp Bizkit,
embarrassed
so-
to say I fucked with a couple of them songs, though.
Yeah. Corn. It Ends Tonight by All American Rejects.
How's that go?
Mm.
How's that go?
It's a good song. I don't give a fuck.
I loved Nirvana. That
You
was
know,
another
We
group
talking about
that
the ones you
people-
were
yeah.
ashamed to
I'm gonna
tell
give
people.
mine.
No, nobody
It's
would
a
really
little-
think I
I mean,
like
nobody
this.
would
It's not
think, yeah,
that
The
nobody
ones
would
Ed
think,
shared are embarrassing. It is
Yeah.
embarrassing to tell a group of black people you was fucking with Joey Lawrence.
That's pretty bad.
I fucked with him too. I'm
Ed,
just saying.
No, 'cause
yeah,
see-
okay.
Ed,
No, this is a song that I used to mess with. Like even like when I was
Okay.
in like early high school, people would be like, you know, I had your peoples, and
Mm-hmm.
this is what I'd be playing in my car.
Why is he smiling?
Oh.
Niggas, yeah.
song is
If you
this?
thought I was bumping rap in my car,
This is the
what
whitest
was-
song of the 2000s.
Oh my god.
What song is this?
It Ends Tonight by the All American Rejects.
I vividly remember.
And-
This is like all the beer commercials, bro. Super Bowl, planes flying and shit.
I ain't gonna lie, this is one of them songs like you'll bump to yourself, but as soon as you hit the mall, you change it. Like,
This is 4th of July. Cookout. This is what's playing.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But this is one of them songs where I was like to myself.
I don't remember this that crazy.
I got one with your story. Everybody remember My Way, Usher?
Yeah.
Everybody remembers the part in the video where he takes his shoe off.
What song?
Kind of.
Right here.
Okay,
Yeah.
see, I know this is here. Yeah, you know this. You know this.
Probably.
Bro,
I don't remember too heavy though.
Hey.
everybody knows
It's not embarrassing.
I mean, this is a good song.
It's you picking song.
But I'm
you know
saying
what's
like
Joey Lawrence
yo,
vibes.
but like
No,
He was
that's-
scared. What was the one? Yo,
No,
was
but
the
you gotta
first
think
one?
about this.
What was the first one?
where I live and what I grew up with, that was
What had
embarrassing.
B2K,
I can't play that by my
yeah,
friend.
You know what's embarrassing? Remember New Kids on the
Wait,
Block?
that's my group
That's
though.
one of her
No,
favorite.
she
Oh,
was-
yeah?
Yeah, that's why I
Hey,
know this.
hey,
She still
he
listens
was
to it.
like-
Right? We didn't
He
want
was
to.
She'll
about to
welcome
say, he
you.
was
She'll
about-
hug you.
I'm
for
still
liking that
going
song.
for
I talked
it.
about. I owned a Ray J album. Niggas couldn't
That's
openly
funny.
be talking about Spice Girls
That is
in
pretty
Jamaica, Queens. You
That is
couldn't do
true.
that.
That is true.
Oh.
You could've
Come from the gut, Alicia. Come hard with it.
Right.
I did
You gotta come
love
with
the Grippers
something.
in the Heart. You guys didn't know about that one there.
Diamond Heart is a popular
let
song.
me see.
Like,
Diamond
No,
Heart is
Grippers in
popular.
the Heart.
Whose groove is
What
that?
about,
Was the,
like-
oh,
That was
that's
the
a
one.
popular song.
Like
though.
Hero
Nobody
by-
hates
Yeah,
that
but
song.
Hero
I
by
mean-
Enrique Iglesias.
Hero. Oh no, I love
couldn't
that
be
one.
Who are you
But that's
embarrassed?
huge. That's
Yeah.
huge.
Who is
though.
like, yo, if they find out I like this
Right.
song, this could be like, you have to feel shame, baby. We looking for
Well,
the
a
shit.
lot
I
of
said
people. A
NSYNC.
lot of
Henny in the
people.
Bottle
It's
was
New
pretty
Kids on the
fucking
Block.
It was,
As
okay,
soon
so
as I'm
when you were
like-
growing up, it was tough. Like I'm just
Yeah.
asking. I didn't know
Yeah,
that. Okay,
I
so
grew up.
Did you
know,
like any
obviously
Menudo?
Hispanic. Yeah.
Living La
I
Vida
grew
Loca.
up, obviously
Mexican
Mexican and
American,
blacks,
right.
yeah, and so it was like, you like New Kids on the Block? Like it was
Oh,
just
okay,
like
alright.
you know that was the group, like
That-
yeah.
I take
That's
that
how it
back.
was
My
for
So
apologies.
that was
My
one of the
apologies.
ones, and even now when
Before your
people are
time.
like,
Before
you
your
like
time.
New
You're a
Kids
New
on the
Kids
Block?
fan. It's like, yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, she's a huge New Kids fan.
Yeah.
I know.
yeah.
and when I met them, it was so.
Who's your favorite member,
it
Joey?
was like, yes, Joey and Jordan.
Joey McIntyre?
Joey and Jordan, yeah.
Okay.
Donnie's kind of
Did
wild
you see
though.
the Christmas special?
Yes, I
with
did.
Boyz II Men?
I did. I watched
I
that
love
whole
it.
thing.
I love Boyz II Men
She
too.
really
All right.
They did the concert with them.
She's
Oh, it was
yeah, at the
phenomenal.
AMAs.
They're like
Boyz II
all
Men.
hella good
Yeah.
friends, yeah.
No, they did a tour.
Oh, yeah,
with them
they
too.
did tour with Boyz II Men,
They were
right,
opening, yeah.
Damn.
But
She's a fan.
No, she,
yeah,
when I say she's been to everything since like
no.
87.
Then we went
Like-
to Fox's celebrity softball game recently. So afterwards, we met some people and this and that. Well, anyways, it ended up the guy. You gotta think. We see Chris Tucker. You know, you see all these different people. You're
You
like,
only cared
wow.
about Joey.
No,
Hey,
the
Jordan.
guy that
Donnie.
we met after we were talking to, it ended up he was one of the writers and he's good friends with New Kids on the Block. So I'm like, wow, I meet all these other people, but I'm
Celebrities.
like,
You care about this writer
uh-huh,
more.
Wait
so
a second,
how
you
was-
wrote step by step?
I was it's like the whole time.
So
it was
were
funny.
you like, was it tough to figure out which step you wanted to say
step
first?
by step?
So,
I ain't gonna lie, the dance
That
was
was
step
it.
by
The
step
New
was
Kids
kinda
on
lit
the
though.
Block.
He was
right
trying to
stuff?
clown.
Yeah, right stuff. That was
The right stuff.
yeah.
Did
Step
you
by
sing it
step,
though?
hey, the
Oh,
dance
I
move.
used to love that song.
It's,
man.
how many did I say? I think I said 2 or 3?
What was the last one you just played?
I said Insane, that one song. Y'all probably didn't even know it. That one was crazy.
Yeah, I didn't know it, so okay.
No, I never
But
heard
that,
of that.
yeah,
Yeah,
that was
you had
weird.
a In Sync one.
NSYNC,
But I
went
don't
to-
think you were you ashamed?
People,
You liked it openly.
no, I still do.
You did a public performance.
Yeah, I did.
That's
but
not shame. That's
but
the
I,
opposite of
I
shame.
was also 10.
Did you do it today? though?
Like,
He would do it today. He would do it at
Would
karaoke.
you do an
Would you
NSYNC?
perform it today?
yeah.
Oh, man, that's not.
That's not shame.
But this is my thing. I don't really have shame. Is not really a thing in my books. Like I'll fuck around sing
Who has
anything.
no shame?
Yeah, like
Okay, if you have
I'll
no
wear
shame, I
Princess
can't
booty.
I can't
I'll wear
fault you.
Princess booty cut out
Yeah.
pants to get on stage, nigga. I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck. Like,
Well, I carry some shame.
Yeah, I
Nick
think-
had to
No,
carry
what's
some
funny
shame,
is,
especially
like-
in LA.
I did the.
Ray J.
If you guys seen
Ray
the
J.
Usher,
I bought the album, man.
if y'all seen the Usher My Way video, there's a part
Oh
as
my
a
gosh.
kid. This was the coolest
Uh-huh.
shit. He does like a side move and he takes his shoes off.
Yeah.
as he's
Russell.
dancing, right?
Yeah.
As
It's the video with
this was like
Tyrese.
the greatest
Yeah.
thing as a kid, right?
Uh-huh.
So my dumb ass did the little talent show, and I'm trying to impress this girl and shit. So I do the My Way song and shit. I take my shoes off on stage and shit, all goofy and shit. I trip and shit. And at the time,
Niggas
I
laughed you off the stage.
nigga laughed. What? They was laughing before I got on stage. Nigga. When they hit play on the music, that's when I knew I shouldn't did this. I was like, oh, this is not a good idea. This is not.
Man.
'Cause at the time, I was just doing it at home, like just in my living room.
Right.
And you know, your mom is like, oh, you do such a good job.
Your parents.
So I was like, oh, I'm gonna do this at school. And then the teacher was like, you
That's
gonna
wrong.
do this? And I'm like, yeah. And as soon as they hit play, and that nigga, My Way, and I came out, them niggas started laughing. I was like, oh, this is not, I'm not supposed to be doing this.
They're really haters when they laugh, you know? They're like, oh, you really gonna bust those
Ain't nobody
chops?
feeling like Careless Whisper, like Wham.
No, I love Careless. I can't. Like I never.
can't.
That was already like before me. So
Yeah.
when I heard it, it was considered a classic like song, and then I loved
Wow.
it over time because it's just like, oh, it's just a really good catchy song. So like I never had a problem like liking that song.
That saxophone.
Any song you embarrassed to play in your car?
Nah, because
Around
And
people?
sing along. to it?
Around
You
people.
cool?
I'm in my car. I'm
Like,
singing. Why would
like
I
if you
not?
driving and your windows are down, and you roll up and some dudes are next to you like this.
Oh no! One time,
Like,
I actually like it. If
Like
a nigga catch
Dangerously
me
in Love?
singing, I'll go harder.
Dangerous in Love.
I sing Dangerous. I don't play that
by
shit.
Beyonce?
Yeah.
bro,
Beyonce.
that
That's so
song,
funny.
I don't know. She did her thing.
She did it.
bro.
Oh my
Yo,
God.
this girl I know sang that at our 8th grade
Yeah,
graduation.
Beautiful song, bro. I love it.
She
Yeah, I
sang
think
the
if,
whole
I,
song.
if I'm windows down singing and somebody pull up, I'll sing. I don't think I stop or like get embarrassed. Like I'll hit a note, even if the note is trash. I still like, yeah, I'll be with it. This is good. I like the throwback. This is a good throwback. I
Which
want
leads
to
me
say
to
I
another one for next
apologize
week.
for not empathizing with the shame that you carried of loving New Kids on the Block.
Yes.
So I did
And
not
still
know.
to this day, I'm still there.
You shouldn't have shame no more.
See you
though.
guys May 25th
Oh,
this
shit.
year.
Told you she went to every tour dance since '87. Like,
She's shameless.
He's a-
New Kids
I
on
was
the
a little
she
kid.
been hitting this since the '80s. By
You
the
got
way,
your tickets to
Yeah.
the New Edition concert?
I had. I was gonna talk to you about that.
Oh, I need to get.
I'm behind, bro.
Yeah.
I've been broke.
You
I
are
haven't
you
been able
guys?
to-
Because they're
You guys are to go,
we can
right?
go.
Because I want
March.
to go.
the March 20th, but the tickets are like $130 a piece. Like
That's for cheap seats.
potentially,
I'll
I
still
can look
go.
into it. We can look into it.
Yeah.
we can arrange
I
something.
definitely
I
want to go
want
to that one too.
well, I just got a gig, so you know, kudos stability now. Hopefully, let's see if I last.
That's
So
good.
now I
I'm,
guess
got a
about to
gig.
quit mine.
put
But
some
yeah.
money aside, so maybe I
Get
get
your
these tickets.
any ticket.
Because if not,
I'm good.
well, here we go. If we miss the tour,
I'm secure.
we can go see them in Vegas when they start their residency.
Oh, that would
so
be
it's not
fun,
we're not
too.
asked out if we miss
They
their LA
perform in
performance.
Vegas
Yeah.
literally 2 days before. In
But then they're gonna do a
Okay.
Vegas residency eventually.
Are they still gonna have like Charlie Wilson and Jodeci and all those
No,
people
no,
with them?
no.
or
The
just-
tour is Jodeci, Charlie Wilson.
Okay.
Once the tour is
Oh.
over, they do
'Cause
the
it-
Vegas
They
residency.
just
That's
have
when
New
Vegas
they-
Edition is like my
residency.
favorite, but it would be dope to see Jodeci and
Jodeci,
Charlie
I
Wilson.
want to
Yeah.
see Jodeci.
That would be
Yeah.
good.
Kind of. Yeah. I
I'm
do
gonna
wanna
wear a
see-
full leather suit.
And Uncle Charlie. Yeah.
We should
So
wear
we gotta
leather.
get-
We
I
should
gotta-
wear leather
They're
suits.
they're
I gotta get my
yeah.
bread together.
Yeah, and we gotta get Belle
I got
Biv
about
DeVoe
a
outfits.
month and a half.
If we not dressed like Belle Biv DeVoe, we're not
Jodeci.
going.
Oh Lord, he gonna come with the
Yeah,
airbrush.
sure.
the
You got
whole-
BBD outfits?
BBD, we can get that cracking. Like,
Yeah,
All right.
get the
Damn, boy,
airbrush.
you're making me spend too much money.
He just got the gig.
I just got a job. I start training next week. All right.
I'll make you work for it.
All right. I'll pay you back.
I'll make you work
I'll
for
work
it.
it off.
Nah, you gonna work it off and pause and sweat. We gonna have you out in these heels. Y'all gonna be working.
He's gonna put me in his sketches.
Right.
Sweating heels.
I give you 8 TikToks, man. What's up?
8 TikToks. That might benefit you. Like,
I know.
he remember, I had to do these Oh shit, I have 100.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Like,
He like, hold up.
but man, so
Okay,
that's the
good.
No Name Podcast today, y'all. I want everybody to go around the
Yes.
room, announce themselves. We went a little over, having some fun, but A Dot,
was
go ahead
fun.
and signal it off. Tell the people where they can find you at.
What up, y'all? Catch me at A.Laughs, and then also check out _ No Name Podcast.
You can also find her at May
Yes.
25th at the
And
New Kids on the
Block,
Block.
May 25th. Or you can catch me here at Speedy and Friends. You know, you usually
You a
catch me
friend?
here. You know,
You a friend?
I'm a
Speedy?
friend. Yeah,
That's what's up.
Friend of
Yeah.
Speedy.
yeah.
Let's go.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Comedian Nick Alexander here. You guys can follow me on all social media at Nick of Comedy, NICKOFCOMEDY, one word. But yeah, stay tuned for all my shows and things that I got going on. Obviously, follow the _ at No Name Podcast and also follow at Rollout Digital. Them the homies that have us here.
Yes.
And yeah, man, thanks for supporting everything. So yeah, stay on the lookout for what we got
Yeah.
There
going
you
on.
go. Shout out to Sophisticated Nick with the leg cross.
Yeah.
Like,
He's
sign of intelligence.
What's up,
Yeah.
y'all? You can catch me on all social media now at OffCamEd, and it's really light, but you can DM me. You know, some of it's private, but if you shoot me a DM,
You can
I'll
DM.
Killing
be
Gage.
yeah.
He just got Twitter today, you guys. Let's
just
be
make
honest.
sure
yeah.
you don't.
They got Twitter account.
I'm now on Twitter. You
Say
know,
you're
Are you gonna be
from,
tweeting? Are you gonna be?
I don't know. We'll see.
Spewing thoughts?
I can see
Maybe.
how Tim is having some wild ass tweets.
It's gonna be
Oh,
like
he gonna have some
maybe.
Twitter
bomb
Twitter
such and
fights.
such, but I love y'all.
Yeah, he gonna be all sensitive.
Right. I actually take your Twitter away. You can't be snitching.
I say
like
this with love.
He gonna be snitching.
You guys need to die soon.
No.
It's all
No,
good.
you need
on
to die
Twitter.
soon. And
On
OJ
Twitter.
did it. Like
Right.
Real quick, Jamie Foxx has a vampire movie out right now on Netflix called Day Shift. So if you guys get a chance, check it out.
Day
They
shift.
should actually bought
Okay.
Jamie's book
Support
too.
the
I
home.
know
Oh, and he's
so.
got My Clone Tyrone is coming out in a
Yeah.
couple months
That's
too.
funny as hell too.
Directed by
Yeah.
shout outs to Joel Taylor,
Hey.
very talented director we know from Cornbread.
And shout out
Circles.
to BSB
Shout
for
out
Rollout
to
Our
BSB.
new
Digital.
sponsors are there. New
Yes,
sponsors. We have
for
Yeah, they dropped the
Rollout
box
Digital.
office.
So
Yes.
we're supposed to start
Digital.
giving them love during the show
Yes.
The drink is good, delicious. As you can
Yes.
see, look.
I just drank
Look.
some. Well, not all of that,
This
but
just
I
let
did
you
drink
know what
some.
we're doing. You can also check out the BSB 103 if you want to get a little extra buzz in your lifestyle.
Yes.
now. Go ahead, Will.
Let me get some.
I'm saying. She said, let me get some.
Oh wait, no.
Now you gonna
This
get the
was-
strong stuff.
This was kind of strong,
It's built.
but
Thank you guys
BSB.
for tuning in. We'll be back next week.
yes.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna jump in real quick. And it's your boy William Basham. I gotta jump in. You can find me on everything, William Basham. You can find me on my fitness pages at William Basham Fitness, Instagram at It's William Basham. But don't forget to follow _ the No Name Podcast, Rollout Digital. I know we said that, but we're gonna say it again, and again. And we are the No Name Podcast, where no name can describe this greatness, and we are out.
Be out.
Peace. Bam.